Happy holidays. It's another pop-up courtesy of Mother Tucker's. I'm here with two of my friends tonight, the one, the only Bill of Garden Guy Bill and John of Everyday Holiday Displays. If you guys are not subscribed to these two fellas, or should I say following them over on Instagram, please make sure you give them a follow. I put all their links down in the description, or Tina did. And of course, Bill's YouTube and mine are linked down below. So please consider giving us a follow. We would greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, John? You doing good?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Double header today? Double
header today. Yes, I had a sale. I did a solo sale for about 2.5 hours. Went a little longer than I expected to. And then got my stuff together for the sale. Yes.
All right. And Bill, how are you doing, sir?
I'm getting feedback. Yeah, I'm good. I was supposed to stay home today, decorate and organize.
Right.
But I went shopping.
And I hear you found a bunch of new old stock, which is really good.
Well, that might be the theme of tonight since I'm selling with John.
All right. All right.
That's testing my wills. That doesn't seem very holiday-ish to me.
So, I mean, are you guys even remotely decorated yet? Do you guys have anything up?
Yeah. Look.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. John?
Nope.
No. Well, guys, again, if you're not familiar with our friend John, please make sure you follow him over on Instagram, because if you need any ideas or motivation to decorate, this man is going to give it to you. Let me tell you, he can create some incredible assemblages and some great decor and give you some ideas that you never knew how to do. Even your promos tonight, John, were really good. Like having like the planter upside down and stuff like that. Like I'd actually really like.
I love a riser. I love a riser.
I do too. So we'll just wait a little bit for everyone to come in the room. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on our pop-up sale this Saturday night. Our official mod and bid ender tonight is going to be the very lovely Deanna of Northwest Sunshine. Thank you so much, Deanna. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it so much. We'll say hello to a few of our friends in the chat. And then, Bill, do you mind giving the normal? Okay, I know. Bill has said don't ask me anymore. So, all right, Bill, explain to us how the sale is going to work. Then we'll go over how we'll be shipping, where we'll be shipping from, and all that good stuff. So the first one in the chat tonight is a very lovely Jamie, Vintage Lolly. If y'all aren't following Vintage Lolly, you're missing out. She does whatnot sales, and she is over on Instagram, pretty active. So please give her a follow. It's the same name. It's the same logo on all platforms. So please give our friend Jamie a follow. We would greatly appreciate it. She's a really, really good reseller. There's our friend Helen of the New England Thrifter. How are you, Helen? Please make sure you subscribe to Helen's channel. She has a really fun YouTube channel. She has live sales throughout the week, and she has one every single Sunday. Trust me, it's a fun time. So if you guys are free tomorrow around noon, head on over to Helen's channel and hang out with her. It's a good time over there. It's a really good time. There is our friend Deanna. This is her little avatar right there with the N. She's going to be the official mod and bid ender for the evening. So she's the one that's the lag that you want to learn, so you guys can get those bids in right before she closes out the bids. So our friend Karen Kennedy is here. Oh gosh, I'm thinking about Morgan. She said Morgan was at the vet. Morgan's her little fur baby. So Karen, wishing you nothing but the best with Morgan, and hopefully everything is okay and he gets better. So I saw your post. So again, Karen, you'll be in our thoughts for your little fur baby Morgan. So cute little ginger kitty cat. So there's Shannon of Simply Shenanigans. How are you? So good to see you in here tonight. There is our friend Tracy. How are you, Tracy? It's so good to see you. There is another mod and bid ender back up tonight. Hello, Karen Gillette. So good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Good to see you. See who else is in here. Oh, I'm a snapping. It's that time. If you guys are not subscribed to Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, you're missing out, because this is the good time. All year's a good time, but this is the even better time to make sure you subscribe to Gavin's channel, because he's playing Christmas music, and he's playing the good Christmas music. So if you are not subscribed to Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, please head on over there, give him a follow. He plays older, newer, different genres of music. He plays it on vinyl and on a turntable. So, and it also goes full circle because they showcase items they get from us resellers. So he kind of pays it back, tags us in it, and promotes things that they've purchased from us. So please head on over there and give Gavin a follow at Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. You won't be sorry. You won't be sorry. There's our friend Brian. So good to see you, Brian, from the Northeast. How are you, sir? There is our friend Glowy Girl. How are you? Good to see you. There's our friend Mary in the chat. How are you, Mary? Hopefully you are well. So good to see you. We got Tammy in here with us. How are you? It is a pop-up. Absolutely. We got some Christmas lined up for you guys. So hopefully you guys are ready for some good vintage Christmas. Hello, Sandy. How are you? So good to see you here tonight. We got Lisa in the chat. How are you, Lisa? If you guys are hopping in and you want to say hello, please do so. We'd love to give you a shout out. Hello, Anne. So good to see you. See who else is in here with us tonight. We got Sandra. How are you, Sandra? It's always good to see you, friend. See who else is in here. There is Janet. How are you, Janet? I think I missed Sally. How are you, Sally? It's so good to see you. And I may have already said hello to Sandy, but we're going to do it again. How are you, Sandy? So good to see you. There is Metal Girl 1969. Always good to see you. There's Tina, the other half of Mother Tucker's. How are you, Tina? Always looking, watching, keeping me out of trouble. There is Debs. How are you? Good to see you. Spark Joy in Life. How are you? There is our friend Lucinda. How are you, Lucinda? Hopefully you're giving her a follow. She has her own YouTube channel and has started some live sales. So please head over and give our friend Lucinda a follow. We would greatly appreciate it. How are you, Jen? So good to see you, Jen, in here tonight. Hopefully everybody is well. Oh, there she is. There's Pat. How are you, Pat? Always puts a smile on my face with that picture. Hopefully you're doing well, Pat, and good to see you. See who else is in here with us tonight. There's our friend Chris of My Broom Closet. Always great to see you, Chris. Welcome, everybody. We have Act 2 in here. Act 2, how are you? Good to see you. Amanda's here with us. How are you, Amanda? Hopefully you are well. There's Cheryl. How are you, Cheryl? Good to see you. Happy weekend, everybody. There's Blythe. How are you, Blythe? Blythe is keeping an eye on Bill. I know. And she's probably taking notes. She's probably taking notes, Bill, don't you think? You don't think so? I don't know. Bill's like, whatever. Hello, Robin. Good to see you, Robin. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. Hello, Christopher. Good to see you, Christopher. And I think that rounds us back down here to the bottom with Deanna. So, gang, hello. Please, again, if you're just hopping in, make sure, oh, there is two more. We want to say hello to How Are You, Heather of Antiques Agenda. Gang, make sure you give her a follow. If you're free tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, she has a very fun live sale over on her channel. Please head over and give her a see. There's our friend Bridget. How are you, Bridget? So good to see you in here tonight. So like I was saying, gang, if by chance you are not subscribed to these two fellas or following them over on Instagram, and John has a YouTube, so you can always give him a follow. Just give him a follow.
There's nothing happening there, but you can follow me there. I wouldn't say no.
There might come a day where he's going to go live and show you guys how to decorate. So there's always 2024, John. Maybe those are goals for 2024.
I haven't written them yet, so why not?
Oh, gosh. Okay. So make sure you're giving him a follow here and make sure you're following him over on Instagram. So without further ado, hello, Peppermint Patty. Good to see you. Bill's going to explain to us how the sale is going to go because God knows you don't want me to. And then we'll go over our bookkeeping and then we'll get the sale started. All right, Bill.
Okay, everybody. Good to see you all here tonight on a Saturday pop-up. So we have 14 amazing rounds of Christmas and Christmas related. I have some glass tonight. I think Jason has some glass items for you. And we want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. So number one, you want to make sure you're in the best version of the chat. So depending on what device you're on, that means you're either in all messages or live chat all messages. If you see that you're in top chat on your device, toggle out of it into all messages or live chat. That's the best way for you to experience the chat, and we want you to experience the chat. So please let us know you're here. Tell us anything you know about the items when we're showing them. We love to learn just as much as anybody else. We have a lot to learn about vintage. So especially these three guys, we love learning about stuff. And the chat's also a place where you can ask your questions. If you have a question about the way the sale works or about any of the items we're showing, you can put it in the chat, and one of our moderators or one of us, if we see it, will be able to answer that question. And in fact, there's a lot of knowledgeable people in the chat. It may not even be one of us or one of the moderators. There's lots of people who know the answers. The other thing about the chat is you may experience some lag. We all experience lag in a different way. And there are a couple different things you might try to do if you're experiencing lag. The first thing to try is to log out of Instagram, close the app, come back in, and make sure when you come back in, you're in live chat all messages. You might also want to try a technique using your settings button, which is the little gear that you find on your device. So for instance, on the iPhone, when you click on us, up here at the corner, you see a little gear. On a laptop, it's down at the bottom. I don't know where it is on a Samsung, but the point is you can find a little gear, open up that little gear, and you will see a setting called playback speed. If you change the playback speed to 2, meaning you're going more quickly, it will catch you up and you won't experience the lag. And every time you start to lag, it will catch you up again. So as long as you have it set at 2, you should never experience lag. I tried it on a couple lives yesterday and again this morning, and it seemed to work well. So as I said, we have 14 rounds of offer up items. That means we are going to hold up an item, tell you what the start price is. Jason's going to pin that price where our names are right now. And as we're describing the item, telling you anything we know about it, hopefully you're also contributing to the knowledge about that item and noting any condition issues, the bidding can commence in the chat. If you're interested in bidding, you can put your bid in the chat in $1 increments. After we see a few bids, we will start a countdown. We'll start a countdown at 15, and if we see that there is a big lag tonight, we'll raise it up to 20-second countdown. But at the end of that countdown, we will say bid end. And our official bid ender, who tonight is Northwest Sunshine, our friend Deanna, is going to be our bid ender. She's going to type bid end into the chat, and the highest bid before the bid end receives that item. Now, you may be here to claim an item that you saw in a preview that you really want to get. You want to have your best opportunity possible. Or maybe we show something while you're here that you really, really like. That happens to me every week. So we offer an option over here called just in case. If there's an item that you're really interested in obtaining, you can tell us what your best bid would be. And the way that you do that is you type in JIC with that highest amount you'd be willing to pay into the chat. And if you have the highest JIC, before the bid end comes in, you will receive the item, not for that maximum amount necessarily, but for $1 over whatever the next highest bid or the next highest just in case was. It's just a way for you to sort of put it out there that you're interested in this item. Other people will know that you're interested, so people can sort of calculate what their odds are. It's just a fair way to level the playing field with the lag. And we do ask that only active bidders use it. And that means you have put at least one bid in before you use the just in case. We also ask that just in case bids come in only during the countdown, but we recommend they come in at the beginning of the countdown so that you don't end up coming in after the bid end. And it's really that simple. Just a reminder that we're selling vintage items. They're in vintage condition. We will know any condition issues we think you need to know about, but again, they are previously used and previously loved items. We also want to remind you that a bid is a commitment to pay. So if you do bid on an item, obviously we do expect payment, typically within 24 to 48 hours after we invoice. And the way that we collect payment, all three of us use PayPal. So what we need you to do if you claim an item tonight and you haven't sent us your information recently, we need 4 pieces of information from you. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email address. And just know you do not need a PayPal account in order to pay for your items using PayPal. We are going to send you an email with a link in it. You click on that link, even if you don't have a PayPal account, and it will bring you to a page where you can either check out as a guest or log into your PayPal account. The other thing to know is if you're someone who likes to use Venmo, you can use Venmo on PayPal in order to pay. So it's super easy. And if you have any questions, you can always communicate with us, and we're happy to walk you through it. So that's pretty much how the sale works and how the whole back end of it works. We just want to let you know a little bit about what you can expect from each one of us in terms of shipment and turnaround time, because the holidays are coming and we're selling a lot of holiday stuff. So if you haven't heard me say this before, I'm Bill, Garden Guy Bill from the Garden State of New Jersey. So I ship from the East Coast. I ship to the US and Canada only. And I only use PayPal and Pirate Ship to do the shipping. If you bought anything on our Instagram sale last night, you have an open box. I plan on closing them after my Instagram sale tomorrow. But if you want me to leave an open box through the week, because there are a couple other sales next week, just let me know. But if not, I'm going to start invoicing and shipping, invoicing and packing and invoicing tomorrow evening. John?
I'm John. You heard that. I'm Everyday Holiday Displays. I ship out of Chicago, Illinois. Like these fellas said, PayPal and Pirate Ship is how we do it. I also ship to the US and Canada. I will start invoicing on Monday. I have another sale over on Instagram tomorrow evening. And so I'm giving myself the kind of day to enjoy a little bit before I have to get prepped for that sale. So come Monday, I will start packing and invoicing. And then you'll always get a message from me when your invoice is ready. That's how I operate. And that's, if you have any questions, like Bill said, just reach out. I'm easily reachable on Instagram. That's kind of my home.
All right. And I'm Jason. I ship out of Pennsylvania. I also use Pirate Ship for the cheapest rates in shipping. I use PayPal, like the two other fellas, only shipping to the United States and to Canada. I own a brick and mortar, so I can offer free pickup. If you guys don't want to pay shipping and you want to, utilize that, just make sure you email me. I'm in the central Pennsylvania area. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philly. So if you want to do an in-store pickup, just let us know. We will just invoice you for the item and we won't, charge you shipping. And then once it's paid, we'll communicate on getting it up to the shop. Pardon me. Everything from last week has been packaged and invoices are going out right now. So if you purchase from me tonight, you will have an open box for my Monday sale and my Wednesday sale. If by chance you don't want to have that open box, just communicate via an email and we will get it packaged and invoiced within 24 hours. So again, if you purchase from me tonight, you won't get an invoice until later in the week. Actually, this week, Saturday is going to be busy, so we'll probably be invoicing on Friday. So you'll probably see an invoice from me on Friday, but you still have the weekend to pay it so that we can get it shipped on Monday. Again, if you don't want that open box, you don't need to keep it. You just need to communicate that with me. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Yes, sir, Bill.
I just wanted to say, Brenda, and anyone else who's experimenting with the settings and the 2x speed, we are also still experimenting with it. I find that it works on my devices. I don't know if it works on every device, but what I learned is I need to leave the 2x on. Once it speeds me up, I don't turn it off. I just leave it on. It's worked for me on a computer and my iPhone, but we all may experience it a little bit different. So, just try it out.
And the gear is in the same place that you showed, Bill. Actually, it's in the same place for an Android. So it is in the same exact place. So we had a few more of our friends pop in. Let's quickly say hello to as many people as we can. Then we'll start with Bill. Then we'll go John, me, and then we'll keep and repeat over and over. So Philomena, so good to see you. Hopefully you are well. I saw Brad pop in. How are you, Brad? It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. See who else is in here. I think did I already say hello to Jeff? I'm not too sure, but hello. I do know I saw, there we go, Buttermilk. How are you? It's always good to see you. And I thought there was one more. And again, I always say this, guys, if we miss you, it is never, ever intentional. And if I duplicate, that's just me getting into my middle age, and that's part of me being old. So that just means that if I miss you one time, you got two in one sale. So without further ado, Bill, let's start it off. Let me know how much you are starting your first item at, sir.
So I just wanted to say hi to Robert123 who came in. Jason, that's Karen, who I ran into in the thrift store yesterday. So good to see you, Karen.
How are you, Robert? Karen, good to see you.
All right, $7 choice round. Okay. And if you don't know John, one of the great things about this guy is he has inspired so many people to do different things, like collect glitter plaques, for instance, those popcorn things. He's educated us about a lot of things. And one of the things he did last year around Christmas time was really pique a lot of our interest in not just collecting new old stock, but displaying it in interesting ways. So I have a couple new old stock rounds today, sort of in homage to John. So I have 3 new old stock Commodore ornaments. They're actually made by Commodore, the same company that made the ceramics, and they're super sweet. So they're $7 for choice. This first one is this little plastic Noel. It's 2.5 inches tall with a little sort of person all bundled up in their winter coats. And I just needed to bring a Noel tonight. Jason knows why. On top of this kind of chimney looking fence.
Hater.
Really fun. But the graphics on these Commodore packages are so cool. And I think, for me, John made me step back a little bit and just slow down and look at those things a little bit more than I was, just how great the graphics were. And also, you know, a lot of reasons why we have a lot of these new old stock Christmas things is because people kept the discounted ones. So it was 99 cents, then they discounted it to 25 cents because this is something that probably went unsold before the holidays. So that's the first one. The second one is also a Commodore product, and it is this bulldog, I don't know, dog.
Dog.
With the red bow. It has a red bow on it. It is also Commodore. So it's super fun. Also 99 cents. This one wasn't marked down. So someone bought it and then never took it out of the package. The dog is 4 inches tall. I know someone's going to tell us what kind of dog.
That's definitely a Frenchie.
Oh, it's a bulldog?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
I just noticed the sitting position.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Frenchie sit.
Like that. And then the third choice is this package of 3 little bears.
Oh my God.
Which are super cute. These are all Japan. Commodore commissioned a company in Japan to make these. These are blow molded flocked bears. So those are the 3 choices. So it looks like we have a couple people interested. So I'll hold them all up and I will start a countdown. So it's choice for any of these packages of new old stock ornaments. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Yes, if you use the 2 times speed, we are going to sound like the chipmunks until we catch up. But that's just because it's moving us along quickly. Yeah, aren't these great, Jamie? I love them.
I love the sound that the cellophane.
I know.
Like, yeah,
So good.
I'm here for it.
All right, thank you both for your bid. Shanna, you had the high bid with your just in case of 10. So that means you have first choice at 8. Adam has backup at 7. So Shanna, you can let me know if you wanted the Noel. You want the Noel, no problem. So Adam, if you're interested in the bears or the dog, just let me know. And if not, we'll bring him back at the recap. Thank you both.
I didn't know that I would not be talking to Bill so quickly, but here we are because, you know, I wanted some of that really badly. I have a choice round at 14. They are similar, just slightly different. I have 2 versions of the stocking head, kind of, I call them friends or sisters or, you know, who knows what. Stocking head ornaments, they have their hangers. They have their original Japan sticker on the underside of their skirt. These measure 3 inches by 3 1/4 inches. So on this one, both of the eyes are open and their hands are holding that way. On the second one that I have, one eye, the sort of bluish one, her eyes are open and the red eyes are closed. As you might be able to tell, there is some fading to the blue. If you look on the back, you can see it was a deeper blue at one time. It's just that vintage fabric that we always see in knee huggers, especially, that kind of wears and changes color over time. So $14 starting bid on either of these cute little stocking ornaments. Yeah, just super sweet. I love the colors on them. Even though the blue has faded, I just think they're a super sweet little pair. And I had only recently noticed, I knew I'd had these for a little bit in my collection, that one of them had the open eyes in the one pair. I always thought they were like twin sets, but they aren't twin sets. One's a little bit different than the other, but they both, her skirts flipped up entirely. She needs a little downy wrinkle release or something to get back down. But yeah, I don't know. Say what you will about that. She's having a good time.
I was just gonna say, they always look like they're swinging on a swing for me every time I see these ornaments.
Well, you know, because they either benches or swinging, because they've got their bent little legs there, right? So they look like they should be propped on something to sit, which is nice because in my preview that Jason referenced earlier over on Instagram, they sat really nicely on the edge of a little piece that I had for them. So just $14 choice. I don't see any interest on these, and that's fine. I will bring them back for our recap.
All right. My first round is going to start at $20, and you're going to get everything. You're going to get everything that I show you. And I believe that everything that I'm showing you is an antique, and I believe it's probably from like the Victorian era, maybe the late 1800s, 1900s. So first of all, you're going to get 2 of these new old stock. These are Stanley seals, okay? And they're like this pressed tin, and they would have had like a gum on the back or adhesive back in the day for you to use on your Christmas letters. So you're going to get this as part of the lot. So you'll get one box. I didn't count how many are in, but see, oh, that one says 1926. So I didn't even see that. So both of these are from the 1926 era. So you'll get the one box that has the gold seals in it. And then this other box, I pulled out one of the little green seals. So you're going to get that little box. Again, you're getting all of this for 20. So you'll get those. Then you're going to get 3, and I haven't seen these for a long time. These are like the calling cards, but these are the little embossed, unused greeting tags. So this one is, and again, I think these are all Victorian era, probably turn of the century of the 1900s. So you'll get that one. Again, you're getting all this for 20. They're good for crafters, good to put in your flower frogs. There's a vintage Merry Christmas one. And again, everything you see. So, and again, then this one is the Christmas thoughts. I love the decor. It's very different. This one is even different with the poinsettia and the candy cane on it. So you'll get all this, plus you're going to get 5 postcards. So you get all these postcards. This one is unused. So this one is unused, and it has almost like a robin on it, maybe. So, you know, with wishes for a very Merry Christmas. So again, everything that you see, you'll get $20. This one was used. This one looks like it's postmarked around 1910. It's around 1910. So there's this one. You'll get this one as well. So I see you, Tammy, in at 20. Thank you so much. Hello, Daniel. Dan, it's good to see. Call him Daniel. So good to see you, Dan. How are you, sir? Then you're also going to get this one. Now, this one is used. And the one I just showed you is used as well. The first one was not. So again, I didn't read these at all. So there could be a really, really interesting note on the back. This one does have a little bend on it, but the piece is still on. So again, 20, looking for 21, you're going to get this whole entire lot. So you're going to get this one. This will be the last postcard you get, which is super neat. These are fun to put in flower frogs. And then you can see this one is used. So I'll quickly show it to you again, everything you're going to get. Everything is from right around the turn of the century. So you're going to get 5 postcards. 4 of them are used. So you get that one. You get this one. There's a little wear to it. Great for crafting. Great to, you know, give as a gift or to decorate with. You'll get this one, and it is used. And then this one. Again, that one is used. Oh, you just can't duplicate that kind of cursive in that writing. This one is unused. So we're looking for 21 or more, and then you're going to get all these seals. Show them to you very, very quickly. Again, these are antique. These are not reproduction. So you're actually getting some real antiques offered. That one I really love. I think that one's my favorite. And then you'll get this one with the bell, kind of the chamber bell. And then you'll get the pack of Stanley, the little metal seals. And they are in the green. And then you'll get the box of the gold ones. And they are marked 1926. Thank you, Helen. I think it's a great lot too. So Tammy's in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Let's start a countdown. We are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. And like John said last night, tis the season of sniping. So if you have your heart set on it, please use the just in case it's there for you. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, you get 2 of the metal seals, 4 of the Christmas tags, and 5 postcards. 1 is not used. 1 is not used. See, I do see your just in case, Tammy. Thank you so much. You still have it in at 20. We'll just wait for that bid end from Deanna. There it is. So, Tammy, congratulations. You get everything for $20. Congrats. All right, Bill.
$20, Jason. And I have a box of 12 glass Christmas ornaments. If anyone's interested, they are all gold and they have this beautiful sugar glittering around the top. Now, they do come in their original box. These are made by the George Frank Company from Baltimore, Maryland. 6 of them are in the gold, the shiny gold, and then 6 of them are in a matte gold. All of them do have the beautiful sort of flower glitter on the top. All of them do have intact hangers on them. So this is a really good opportunity to get a whole set of one color ornament if you want to have some kind of background ornaments in the background, and they do come in their original box. Yeah, the mica on this is really pretty, and the box is really interesting too. I mean, it's got very mid-century vibe to it with the decorations on it. There's the Frank Company logo. They moved to Connecticut later on, so some of their later stuff is from Connecticut. But yeah, and as you can see, these were used. So I'm not going to call it new old stock because they were used. Many of them do still have their original hangers on them, but they're in a box, which is in really great condition as well. There's really no damage to this box, just the coloring from over the years. Yeah, super good. So these are the 2.5-inch ornaments. I just lined them up so that the keep losing my word here. The shiny ones are on the bottom, and then the matte ones are on the top. And they have patina because they are older. You can kind of see it in this middle one. So there are areas, where the glass kind of just gets these marks on them. But actually, I think a lot of us like these ornaments because of that. No damage other than that to the ornaments.
Gold always looks so good on a green tree. Love the gold on a green tree. I
think it's like one of the neutrals of Christmas, right? Like, is there a color combination that gold doesn't look good with?
You're right. No, you're right, Bill.
If you get a pink and turquoise tree, the gold's going to look good with it.
Yeah.
It's so royal and regal. For a long time, I actually had a golden purple tree. Chris loved purple. Yeah, it was really, really nice. A lot of the ornaments were from Morocco and Egypt. So there's a lot of purple. Yeah, really, really fun. All right, so I'm going to count it down. If anyone else is interested in this entire box of gold glass ornaments with all of this beautiful mica glitter on them, we'd be looking for 21 or more. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
And Bill, that's a twofer. That box is a good piece to decorate with too.
Especially the end parts they're so graphic, really nice. So just waiting for the bid end from Deanna, or a bid of 21 or more. Thank you, Deanna. Patty, this is yours for $20. Thank you so much.
All right, John.
So I have a variety of things tonight. I just kind of picked just to kind of keep it interesting for myself and hopefully for you all. I have Irwin Toy Company. This is the Santa sleigh. It's made of kind of a viscoid celluloid material. It's kind of a little bit like not super squishy, but it's a lighter weight. It's not so fragile either. This is sorry, I didn't tell you. Start bid of 35 on this. It is 4 1/4 inches long by 2 1/2 inches high by 1 1/4 inches wide. And the paint is really good on it. So there's a tiny bit that's missing from the top of his hat, but overall, the way this was done in the spray kind of method that they used is really still on this piece, which is somewhat unusual for a lot of the other Irwin pieces. I didn't see many of these when I was looking for others. I saw there are a couple other Santa sleigh versions, and there are several Santa where he's like in the back of a sleigh and then there's a deer. But the Santa with himself on the sleigh in this position, I didn't see as many of those. What I love about his position is kind of the back. Now, they didn't do the paint on the back at all, but I love that he has his hand holding onto the presents in the back as though they're going to fall off the sleigh, because they are pretty overloaded. There's even a little toy elephant up there at the top. So the doll and the horse are in the red. He's in the red. And then that bottom of the sled is in the red.
These are my favorite. And you know that you can tuck them into the Christmas trees too. I know some people do put their plastics on their Christmas trees.
Yeah, and honestly, like there's what's great about these too, because like I could see doing that with some of the, I love the Rosboro and Rose and stuff, but some of those have more delicate ends to them where you don't want them getting caught on branches. And this does not, just the way, and it's super light. You can easily tuck it in someplace. I also love just putting these in displays too, because it's a nice profile that it doesn't, take up a lot of other space. You can do some other stuff around it and create a really nice little moment.
The paint is so good on him. And I love that face too. It is that almost in between, very 30s into almost a 50s kind of Santa.
Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know. I didn't know the era on this as much. But yeah, I agree. Like some of the Santas are a little too old world for me. Like there is that kind of like when they move more mid-century where and this is sort of right in that sweet spot.
Love him.
But Santa will go a sledding over to the recap. Over to you, Jason.
All right, we'll wait and see what the lag says. And my next round is going to be choice at $10. Choice at $10. I have some push pin ornaments. So I started with something that was very Victorian looking. Now I'm going to push pin ornaments. So your first choice is going to be these little presents. So there are a total of 6 of them. And this is your first lot in at $10. Okay. So they're in 3 colors. There is a blue one, a white one, and a red one. And then they have that great like velour style ribbon that they used. And they're in very good condition. And they measure roughly about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So these are fun to use as ornaments, or these are fun if you have those little, maybe those sleighs or Santa's, sack to pop these in. They got a good look to them. And these are the older, probably one of the first generations of push pin ornaments. I know that because they have greater detail and also the age of the ribbon, the ribbon that they use. So this is your first choice. I see you, Adam, at 10. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 11 or more. How are you, Debbie? Good to see you. And again, the first choice is these little presents, and they have this almost iridescent like plastic that they used. So it's like this cellophane style plastic that is around the styrofoam. So great detail on them. And you're going to get 6, 2 blue, 2 red, and then 2 white. There's no green packages. So Patty, I see you in at 11. So that's your first choice. Your second choice is going to be 3 push pin trees. So I'll show them to you very quickly. Again, they're in really good condition. None of the sequins or pins are missing. And again, this is probably the first generation of push pin ornaments. And these trees measure around 3.5 inches tall. So that's your first tree. And then the other 2 are very, very similar. Very similar. And they have all those great colors, and they actually match the presents. So they have like the red, the green, and the blue. And these have just a flat base on them. They didn't have the little added embellishment like the green one did. And then again, you can see they have the push pin pearl at the top. So we're looking for 12 or more. And your second choice is going to be the 3 trees. So these seem to be harder to find these days, or if you find them, they're missing parts, or you can seem to find just the round ornaments a little easier than some of these different ones. So heck, even the time that went into these, a lot of work and labor. So we're at 11, looking for 12. It's going to be on the 3 trees, and we'll hold up the ornaments, and then we'll do a countdown. And that was your first choice, 6 of the little ornaments. I have them turned all different which ways so you can see all the sides of them. And then each one of them does have a little bow on the top. So $12 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The trees are about 3 inches. See you, Tammy, in at 15. And then these are about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches.
They're all really good. I love them. They're so good.
And I gave them a good look to make sure nothing's missing. I couldn't find anything. And if it is, it would be very minor. So thank you, Patty. I see you're just in case of 31. With Adam's 20, you get first choice, Patty, at 21. Just let me know if you want the presents or the trees. And you can take both sets if you want. Let me know. Okay, Patty, congratulations. They're both yours. All right, Bill.
Oh, $12, Jason. And I have something I haven't had before. I have seen them before. But I have this set of Chenille poinsettias. There are 4 stems here, but I'm really just selling the 3 because one has a little bit of loss, but I'm going to send it along anyway. But each stem has between 5 and 6 petals on them, and they're made from those bump chenille. And they have these lovely little millinery berries in the bottom. And they make I'm just going to try to bend this one over so you can just see that's what the flower is like. They're completely bendable. So you can, I've actually done a little bit of fluffing of them today already. They are very delicate though. So you do want to be careful with them because this chenille is old. The reason the only 3 are coming is because the 4th one, some of them just kind of like disintegrated when they were handled too heavily. They are, when you actually unravel the bottom picks, they are a total of 18 inches long. So they can go into a really nice deep vessel if you did want to sort of display them in something. They look lovely that way. But I just think there's lots of uses for something like these. They're, I think, really, really gorgeous. There are a couple leaves on the stems as well in the green bump. single bumps. These are the double. So as you can see, there's a space in between them just to give it a petal look. But
Bill,
really, go ahead.
I never see these anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
What looks really good with these is if you have some of the Mercury sprigs and you put the Mercury sprigs with them.
I was going to put them with some green ones, actually,
Yes.
some green and silver ones. Wouldn't that be really pretty?
Gorgeous.
Yeah, they're really good. And the flowers themselves are big. You can see the size of my hand. That's how big the flowers are, almost my entire palm.
In milk glass.
It would be pretty in milk glass. I have some milk glass, but it has a clown on it. So
Here, Bill. How can we do that so you can pop this? Just pop that. Pop that in there.
I'm looking around. No milk glass in arm's distance, which is unusual for me. All right. Thank you for your bid. I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown again. It is 18 inches total, but right now the wire is bent up because whatever vessel it was in needed to bend it a little bit, but it's completely bendable, as you can see. So we're looking for 13 or more for the entire set. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I had to bring some garden today.
I miss your planter bundles. That's what I miss.
They were good until, the thunder got stolen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's
He's hating, John. He's hating.
Thank you for the bid end, Deanna. So, Jamie, thank you for your bid of 13. William, with your just in case of 30. These are yours for $14. Thank you so much.
This is where all the therapy session is the live. This is a start bid of 52, Jason, and you'll see why in just a second. So I have a very special planter. This is a Velco baby Santa planter. The first of a few baby Santas I have in the sale this evening. It has its original Velco sticker, Velco Japan on the bottom. It is marked Velco 4088S, I believe. Super cute. This measures 5 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide. The planter opening, which is pretty big, is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. So it's a pretty wide one in the back as these planters go. The only real condition issue to note is that on his eye right there, he has a little bit of an extra, like some white paint right there, or a little scratch from the black. So that's what's showing there, but it sort of just looks like a reflection. But his other eye just has a little dot. So there's some reflection happening with the video right now, but there is a little bit of paint missing on that one eye. Other than that, his red cold paint is in great condition. He's super cute. They don't come around that often. And in this condition, they don't come around often in this condition. So just a cute little baby Santa. Some people have their opinions about whether babies dressed as Santa should be a thing, because he does have he has the beard as well, right? But I think it's a super cute and super adorable.
Before your preview, I don't know that I've ever seen him before. Bill, I'm sure do you have him? Do you have him? Okay. Yeah, this is really
If there's a planter Bill doesn't have, that's what I would like to. This
is true. And what does
I'm sure there are many on your list that you would love to have someday that don't come around very often.
There's some Thanksgiving ones I really want.
Yeah, I discovered some. I got one of the Relpo ones at a good deal on the turkey one. But yeah, I keep discovering more, which is the problem with.
I just found the Relpo turkey with Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
He threw me down. He threw me out of the way so he could get it off the shelf.
Of course he did, right? I mean, what else would you expect? Especially if it's the Relpo. Now, Velco, that's the thing. Velco doesn't. I don't see. Many. They seem to have a certain style. They didn't seem to have as many kind of what I would call kitschy planters in their planters that I did find. I saw some like kind of more kind of traditional Santa kind of things. So this seemed to be sort of an outlier among those, but I don't know. Again, it's one of those things where I'm not as familiar with Velco, and they just don't come up that often, and that could be the reason, depending on distribution or how they were, served
so
up.
Cute. If you guys are into cupies or into like the little baby planters, this would be so great to change out and have in your Christmas decor.
Yeah, I've said before. I mean, if you want to use it as a planter, or if you want to do plastic, fantastic. That's what I do. honestly, this one just on its own is great because there isn't the, you know, like you don't seem like you're missing something, but not have anything behind it. But ephemera is great for this too. I use the placeholder picks, you know, that you can buy. I just buy them. You can buy them in a bundle kind of on Amazon. And then I'll just weight that in the bottom and then I'll put cards or whatever coming out of that the little holder there. So it's another way to use these if you don't want to use them for either real life plants or plastic fantastic. Little baby Santa is going to go take a little nap for a moment and you'll see him back in the recap.
He's so stinking cute. All right, guys. $18 choice. And if I'm selling with John, I need to bring some popcorn or some glitter plaques. So I have two for you to choose from. They are identical and in the same kind of condition. They are the candy canes. So $18 choice. They are what I believe, and John and Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, they're probably the first generation of the glitter plaques because they are the outlined in black and then they have the smooth back. So what doesn't that make them the first generation or?
So I have not got, so the unfortunate thing, I have not yet found sort of a real source to trust on this. Gotcha. And so I always think these come, I'm not sure that these are Cage. So Cage is the one who made the ones that we are very familiar with. Right. I call these sort of the stained glass or outline ones. I don't know at what point those came to be. The Cage ones, because of the genesis of those, makes me believe that these came along a little bit later.
Okay. All right. Well, and every time I find these thinner ones or this version, there's cracking or there's a chunk missing. There's nothing missing on any of these. Even the tips of the bows here are really good in really good condition. They each have an original hole. There you go. You can sort of see. So you don't have to worry about punching a hole in them. They measure about 17 inches long by about 7 inches wide. So, and I do love a good candy cane. And I'm happy that they had two of them because I think they would look good on either end of your mantle, or if you wanted to put one into a wreath, or use them outside. And then you can always use them both ways. You can use one tilted this way or one tilted that way. So again, these are probably, to my knowledge, early 1960s. They call these popcorn or glitter plaques. A lot of folks always called them popcorn, and they're just little pieces of shards of plastic that are put together and then melted into these designs. So again, I think we all love a good candy cane at Christmas time. So again, I have two for you to choose from, and they're just $18 each. They're in very, very good condition. They're in very good clean condition because sometimes these can have a life, sit in an attic or a basement and get very dirty and discolored. And again, they are a very nice size. I'll try to show you the best I can on the size of the screen. So they are about 17 inches, and they're about 7 inches wide at the widest point. So, and again, these would be great, you know, if you wanted to use them, like I said, in a wreath. You know, I did see folks that used to adhere. Thank you, Lisa. I see you're 18. They used to put like a stake on the back, and then they do kind of stand. I don't recommend using your vintage outside, but you could if you want to. These, I think, would look really good on your mantle, on either side of your mantle. You could do one facing one way. You could do one facing this way, however you want. I don't know that you want to crisscross them that much because they are going the same exact way. So, all right, we're in at 18 with Lisa. Thank you so much. Again, it is on choice. You can take one or two. No damage, and they are the glitter or popcorn plaques. So we will count them down. Please use just in case if you had your heart set on something in case somebody comes in. Oh, and the colors are very vibrant again. There's no fading or discoloration. So 19 or more. So we'll count down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm seeing just Jen in at 19. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 20 or more. 17 inches long. Like I say, you can use them this way or that way or straight up and down, however you want. And there's two to choose from. So top bidder can take one or two. Gosh, I love these. I know, John, you said you don't like the black outlined one. They're kind of my favorite. So
I like them too.
Lisa, your 20 came in right after the bid end. So Jen, you get first choice. Jen, just let me know if you wanted one or two at your top bid. And then Lisa, you'll have choice if there's any left. And I can watch the chat. And again, Jen, let me know if you wanted one or two of them. And Jen, you're new to me. So if you can email me then all your information. All right, Jen, you just wanted one. So if you could just email me all your information, congratulations. I don't recognize your name, but I think this is a first purchase. Thank you so much. And then Lisa, let me know if you wanted the other one at your bid of 18. All righty, Bill.
Okay, $28 for choice, Jason. And I have a choice Viking glass round because for a couple reasons. Because they are from the same line of Viking glass, but also because Jason brought a piece of it last night and it kind of spurred me to see if I could find a home for the two pieces I have. So you saw this a little bit earlier when I used it as a vessel for those Chenille poinsettias, because it does make, other than it being a beverage pitcher, and it is on the smaller side, as you can see, just the scale with my hand. It is great for holding liquids if you're going to water your plants, or just as a vase for other purposes. But this is the ruby, but it does have a cadmium in it, so they both do glow, and I'll show you in a minute. They are in a line called Yesteryear. We're very accustomed to seeing Viking's Epic line, but this is a line called Yesteryear with fewer pieces that were released in fewer colors. Yeah, the color saturation on this is really good. It's really, really beautiful, and it's in the bullseye pattern. So we see the bullseye all the way up and down it. No condition issues at all. Just a beautiful, smooth piece of Viking glass. The pitcher is 8 inches tall. And as I said, let me just get my black light. There is some saturated areas where the cadmium is. Down in the base, you're not seeing it so well, but it does have quite a bit of glow if that's something you're interested in. So this is the first choice, the Viking Bullseye Yesteryear pitcher. And from the same line, they made 2 compotes, and I have the larger of the 2 compotes. They are both ruffled compotes. This is the 8-inch. They call it the 8-inch, but I keep measuring it 7.5, but whatever, maybe they always round up. It is beautiful. The smaller one is a 6-inch, and the ruffles, it's not as ruffled. The smaller one is not as ruffled, but this is a nice big, especially if you had some your favorite glass Christmas ornaments in here, right? Or even to use it on the buffet. So this is the ruffled footed compote, pedestal compote, also in the bullseye pattern from Viking. This one really does have a lot of cadmium. Even in the eyes, you see a nice glow on it. Yeah, you can see it right there. Do you see that orangey piece? It's really, there's a lot of it in here.
This always makes me think so mid-century, so atomic, very early 1960s. I think it's very Mad Men style for some reason. That's just always been my take on this pattern.
Yeah, isn't it fun? It's just nice to see that Viking, I love all Viking glass, but it's fun to see the things that they didn't run quite as long or for quite as many designs or colors. I think this is only in 3 colors. I think it's only in the Blunique, the green avocado, and this red, ruby red. Yep. Yeah, so it's really, really pretty. So as I said, this is 8 inches tall, but I didn't actually measure the circumference. Just give me a minute, because I think that's important for some people to know. It is 9 inches across. So it's nice and big if you wanted to use it for something. And just before I do a countdown, let me give you a size comparison between the two. And if you were in our sale last night, you saw Jason sell a beautiful decanter in the same pattern, in the same color. So really, really good, especially for this time of the year.
If y'all are doing like a kitschy mid-century Christmas, this is a must. This is a must.
Yeah, agreed. So thank you both for your bids. I'm going to start a countdown. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in. No damage, I should say. All these ruffles are in great condition. And if you are an active bidder, you may want to use it just in case. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And who knows, maybe this is a beginning of a set for people if you grab them both.
True. And this is a super hard pattern to find, especially in the wild.
In the wild, I've never seen the other 2 colors. I've only seen them in the Viking catalog.
The Viking bonbons are always off on measurements.
Yeah.
So I think it's just what they do sometimes.
Okay, thank you for the bid end, Deanna. So Tammy had a just in case of 50, as did Gloria. So Tammy, you have first choice at 50. You could let me know if you wanted the pitcher or the compote, or both, of course. And then Gloria, your backup, if what you wanted is remaining. Tammy's going to take both. Thank you so much.
All right.
I have a choice round, Jason, starting at $12. So I have 4 items in this choice round. I have some jewel brights. So your first choice is the poinsettia jewel bright. I have 3 of the ball ornaments here, about 2 1/4 inches in diameter. So you have that great poinsettia with the blue background and that great star on the back that we know and love from Jewel Brite. These are so popular this year. I love them so much too. Your second choice is a green pixie with the red background. Again, with that great mid-century star on the bottom and the back. Like I said, 2 1/4 inches in diameter. And then your third choice is a red pixie. Now, this is what as I was sitting here with the ring light, that's when I noticed this. There's a little bit of residue on the front of him. That may come off. I don't have the tools with me at the moment to try to make that happen, but you should know that there is some residue right now. It looks like some tape was there or something at some point. So that may take some work to get off, but that's the red pixie with the red background. And then this is really special, and this is why I wanted to bring these to this live. I love the pixie ones particularly, but I rarely see the Jewel Brite tree topper. So this is a Jewel Brite tree topper with the angel inside. The angel is kind of a silver with gold wings and kind of a gold head with a little plastic kind of snowflake behind it that's green in color. This measures 10 inches tall, and it's 2.5 inches wide at the widest point. So basically across there, that's where it's 2.5 inches. But like I said, I don't see the Jewel Brite tree toppers very often. So because I got this one, I wanted to bring it to this sale. So Jamie, I saw you at 13. I saw Debbie first at 12, then Jamie at 13. I see Debbie back at 14. So again, that's your fourth choice, the Jewel Brite tree topper, 10 inches tall. I had the red pixie ball ornament with the little residue on front, just so you're aware of that. That may or may not. You may or may not be successful with that. Again, I don't have the tools to make it work right now. The green pixie ball ornament or the poinsettia. So Sally, I see you're 15, looking for 16 or more. Let's go ahead and start that countdown. 15, or are we starting from 20 or 15?
Go for 20. Let's go for 20.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for 16 or 17 or more, or the bid end from Deanna, Northwest Sunshine.
We were getting a couple bids in after the bid end, so we might as well just try 20 for a while. I'm happy you brought that tree topper because I just found one and I was afraid it was missing something, but it's identical to yours. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't see them that often. And I actually kind of like that it's an angel because, you know, the angel is typically on top of the tree. And there's a bit. And so Debbie, for your high bid of 16, let me know if you wanted the red tree topper, the poinsettia, the green pixie, or the red pixie. And then who is back up?
Sally.
Sally is back up at 15. Yes. Yeah.
And then you'll be back at Jamie with whatever is left.
Okay.
So we'll just wait to hear from Debbie. You get first choice, Debbie, at 16. And Sally, you'll be on deck. And guys, while we wait for this to come in, please make sure you're following John over on Instagram. His link is in the description. It's very easy. Just click it, head on over, and hit follow. Please make sure you're subscribed to Bill's channel, and please consider giving good old Mother Tuckers a follow as well. So Debbie, are you there? Debbie at 16, whichever one you want. You can take the tree topper, red or green pixie, or poinsettia. Okay, she's on it. She wants the 3 shiny brights, please. So I'm assuming she wants the 3 ornaments.
Okay. And then Sally wants the tree topper. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Win-win. Look at them. They're on it. All right, guys. Thank you. Okay, $20 choice. $20 choice. And I actually found these back in the summer and held on to them. And the only reason why I saw them or thought about them was because of John. So John shows us how some of this advertising can be used in displays. These are probably from the 1940s, and they are the Banquet McCormick tin. So they're the larger ones. So These make great risers. So before we get into it, so for example, if you wanted to use this, you could put the little choir boy on top. Sorry, buddy, I'm holding your head like that. And it becomes an instant riser. So this is also a crossover if you guys are into advertising, but they do use these McCormick ones with the candle on a lot of times in Christmas decors. So also great for 4th of July, red, white, and blue. So $20 choice. Again, there is some things in it. So I could empty that out or send it with it. I'm not sure. I believe it still has pepper in it. These tins are in really good shape, and you don't find these larger ones all that often. And this is from the McCormick company out of good old Baltimore. So $20 choice, and this one is your whole pepper one. This measures 4 3/4 by 4. So Peppermint Patty, thank you. I see you in at 20. So again, there's no rust. There's no major issues. Maybe just a little rippling to it here or there. But these larger McCormick tins do not come around that often, and they look great in your Christmas decor. They look great in your 4th of July decor, and you can leave them out all year long. You can kind of see up there on the top. That's what I mean, the rippling that you can see right there. So that was your first one. Then we got the ground ginger, and this one is even larger than the first one I showed you. So you can see this one is even bigger. So this is your second choice. It comes in at 5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. So these graphics are in great condition, and I guess they were also in San Francisco. I always knew them just being in Baltimore. So we're looking for 22 or more. Thank you, Verlaine. I see you in. And again, these make great risers. They look great in your kitchen at Christmas time, and they also look great during the 4th of July. So in these, they each have the tops that can be opened, so you can sprinkle things right from the top. And again, these would have been the catering kind. So these would have been the restaurant grade ones that probably always got destroyed or thrown away. So they're not as easily collectible as the smaller ones for your home or house. So we are looking for 22 or more. And again, it's going to be on choice, and you can take 1 or 2. How are you, Karen? So good to see you. So let's start a countdown. We are looking for 22 or more on either the McCormick Banquet Whole Pepper or the ground ginger. So 22 or more, and just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And then it has a list of all the other spices and seeds and other herbs and leaves that you could have gotten. So 22 or more. Verlaine's in at 21. It will be on choice. You can either take the pepper or the ginger. Really neat for 4th of July and or your Christmas decor. So there is the bid end. Thank you so much, Deanna. So Verlaine, let me know. Did you want the ginger or did you want the pepper? And you can take both. And then back up behind you is going to be Peppermint Patty at 20. So we'll do, okay, got you for the ginger, Verlaine. Thank you so much. So then Peppermint Patty, did you want the pepper? Let me know if you wanted the pepper. And those were our only 2 bidders. And we'll keep, okay. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations. Everybody wins. All right, Bill.
Okay, so Jason, up next, I have a choice round at $12, and I have multiple of the same thing. So I'm just going to show a couple of them. I have some Christmas ornaments, and they are these amazing Santas with pink glittered faces. Let me turn them around so you can really see the pink. And they all have these Paper Japan labels on them as well. All of them are in fantastic condition for their age. They have felted hats. All of them still have their gold ornament hangers, and they have little millinery berries as their nose. But just look at how that pink sparkles. And
I love these.
The beards and mustaches are on point. I mean, he's like mini me. Look at that. Like if you want to own a mini me, this is it right here.
And who doesn't?
Yeah, actually, who does? So I actually have 6. So, you know, maybe you want one, maybe you want a whole collection to dot them around your tree so that there's some way for your eye to move over the tree for the things that you really love. But I picked them up because the pink glitter on the styrofoam is just everything. Well, it's a silver glitter with a pink coating under base. I just really, really like those.
These are some of my favorite.
Yeah, aren't they great? They're 5 inches tall, so they're a good size too. Super good, super good. And again, I looked at this felt on all of them because this is the kind of it's almost like flocking where it gets the pitting in it, and there isn't any on any of them. They're all in really good condition. Yeah, he did look familiar, right? Oh goodness, someday. I can't get one this long though. Look at that. And actually, you can really fluff these out to make it pretty impressive. I mean, that's impressive. With your guy, that's impressive.
Well, and when you find these, a lot of times they get torn or they get damaged in storage. Yours looks really, really good. Like there's no separation.
And there's no like dirt in them. You know, a lot of times something gets embedded in there and it's really hard to get out. I mean, I did remove a couple little specks just to make them look presentable, but I think they're pretty fantastic. Yeah, pink is the color this year, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you for your bids, everyone. I'm going to start a countdown. So if you're interested, now is the time to get in because there are 6. So, you know, you might be able to grab a couple. So right now we're looking for 14 or more. Bidders can put a just in case in if they'd like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are good if you want to make a cone body for them too. You could make a little Santa with them.
Oh, Jason, that's a great idea. And because this is styrofoam, if you do make a cone body, you don't have to damage it. You don't have to glue it. You can just put a pin in there. That's a great idea.
Bill, I'm not just another pretty face. You know, I do have ideas.
Maybe that's the crafting we can do with that other thing we were talking about.
Oh, yes. I'm here for that.
Okay, there's the bid end. Thank you, Deanna. So William had a bid of 14. Patty Rose came in with a just in case of 18. So at your bid of 15, Patty Rose, just let me know how many you would like. And William, if there are any left, you have second choice. And I think that's all we had. Nope, we had Peppermint Patty at 12. So I'll just watch the comments. So Patty's going to take 3. That means there are 3 left, William, if you're interested. So you can claim up to 3.
All right. All right. We'll get you going, John, in the meantime. How much, sir?
I have it's choice round starting at 18.
You got
so
it.
As I said earlier, I have a few baby Santas in the sale. This is a baby Santa, but it is a baby size-wise Santa. So this is a very small Santa. It is ceramic bisque. It is 1 3/4 inches by 1.5 inches. It is marked or stamped Japan on the bottom. Like I said, it is ceramic bisque. It is that kind of old world style, almost like Bell Snickle Santa. He's got a little, like, I don't know if he's on a toboggan. It looks like he has a little oar or something. But just a sweet little piece. And again, a little bit more on the harder to find range of things. The fact that there's couldn't find a maker. I found a couple others that had been for sale over the years, but a pretty special piece. And again, very small. And I love littles and displays too. But I thought he was special enough to bring to the sale. So that's your first choice. This tiny little Santa on I'm going to say that's a toboggan, but I don't really know. He's got a little sack. And then completely different. Someone was talking about Pink Christmas. I have this pink vintage bottle brush wreath with the glittered deer on the interior and this light pink ribbon with the Mercury glass beads around this. This is also on the smaller side, but not as small as Santa. This is 3.5 inches tall by 3 1/4 inches wide. It has a little wooden base. No stamp or marking that I saw on it. I'll look in the ring light just because the light is so much better in that. I don't see any marking on that to tell me where or what it's from or who might have possibly made it. But in very good condition. I mean, it might use a little bit of, work to get the ribbon kind of right where you want it. Oh, there's a little tag. What does that tag say? It says Japan.
It always says Japan.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that little? I thought that was part of the ribbon that needed to be like adjusted.
That's very typical for the bottle brush, that little tag down
there. So fun. Yeah, I just honestly, because the way it's positioned, I thought it was part of the ribbon. Let's see. You saw Peppermint Patty in 18. My flea market treasures in at 19. That's Jerry. Thank you so much for your bids. Looking for 21 or more. Again, this was your second choice, the pink bottle brush tree. It's a very vibrant, or not tree, very vibrant pink, very hot pink almost. Bottle brush wreath, and then the little mini Santa. Also, well, this is Stamp Japan. This is Tag Japan. Just little sweet pieces I thought made a good little round for this moment in our live together. So looking for 20 or more. Do get your best bids in. Use just in case you're an active bidder. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 20 or more, or the bid end from Deanna, Northwest Sunshine.
Those little Santas are so collectible, John. They sell so fast in my shop.
Oh, really?
Because they go with the snow babies. They did a snow baby series and actually a snowman series as well.
See, I need to lean on my friends for information sometimes. This is what I was going to bring to the sales show and could not find them. Peppermint Patty, I see you're 20. And there's a bid end. Sorry, Jerry, your 21 came in after the bid end. So for your high bid of 20 Peppermint Patty, do you want the bottle brush wreath or little mini Santa? And then Jerry, you're behind at 19. I can watch the comments and handle it with that. So over to you, right. Jason.
All right. My next item, yes, this is going to start a little higher. Okay. So this next item is going to be for a serious ceramics collector because you're not going to find this anywhere online. And this is a harder to find ceramics company, and this is a harder to find piece. So this is a Noel. It is a planter, but it is also a light up planter. So it's in very good condition. It has its original sticker on the bottom. It has its original cord. I will show you that it lights up. It's actually a company called Fairyland Import, and they made a ton of the pixies. So if you've seen some of the pixies that Bill has sold throughout the years or Amy has, the ceramics company usually made pixies, but this is a little diorama that lights up. Santa is in very good condition. This piece, even in the book, I think I found this in the book and it was showing $80. Not that that means anything, but it's just a harder to find ceramic piece. How are you, Mike? Good to see you. Mike, you're in at 40. Thank you so much. Let me sit it down. I'm going to plug it in. Before I do, it is the original cord. It isn't a polarized cord, but the cord is in very good condition. So it's not going to need rewired or anything. I would trust this. I would actually, it has a clear light in it. I'd put like a red light in it or something, or a green light, or maybe a blinker. I think it would make it look even neater. So there you can see it is lit up. So then it does come through the Noel, and all of the cold paint, except for a little spot right under Santa's belt, all cold paint is intact and in very, very good condition. So here is the side. It is a very shallow piece. So these are great. I would say, Mary, it has been described as a planter. Would I put anything in there with an incandescent bulb? No, but folks have called these planters. They have used them as planters. Now, what I would do is I'd put an LED bulb in there, and then I'd put some fantastic plastic in there. So you could use it as a planter, but it is also just a night light. It is just a little ambiance lamp. Did my best to clean it out. There's a little schmutz way down in there, but for the most part, it is cleaned out.
I think the people who call this a planter are confused, Jason.
Well, I don't know. You wouldn't use that as a planter and put some in there, wouldn't
Jason,
you?
you got to water your plants. There's holes all in it.
Okay, well, right. No, I mean, okay, yeah, no, you're right. A true planter, I wouldn't, but the plastic stuff, you could. Yeah. You could pop some of the, but then it's not a true planter. I know, Bill. It's got to be.
To answer Philomena's question, I don't have this, and I privately asked Jason before the sale if he'd let me buy it from him for $200, and he said no. He wanted to bring it to the sale.
His nose is going to grow, folks. His nose is going to grow. Hello, Katie. It's good to see you, Katie. Here is the original Fairyland Import sticker, which is a really neat sticker in and of itself. It is, Karen. In essence, it is more of a television lamp. So to me, it's just a really neat piece of ceramics that are Japan from the 1960s. It's one that you do not see that often, and it's just seen. And right here, if it's not coming in, that's part of Santa's sleigh. So that would be Santa's sleigh right there. You have Santa here. He has his sack, and then you can see the Noel, and then those are two houses up there with the little windows for the lights to come through. So we're in at 40 with Mike. Thank you so much. I don't know if I gave you the measurements. It's 5.5 inches wide. So it's 5.5 inches this way, and it's 5 inches that way. And it is very narrow, so it could sit on a very narrow ledge or back against the wall. So Jen, I see you're 41. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 42 or more. Again, let's nix the idea that it's a planter. I'm liking more of what Karen said, maybe a TV lamp. I just think this would look neat on your mantle, mixed in with some of your glass trees, maybe some of your bottle brush trees, and some of your other ceramic pieces. What did we miss a question? Question above, do you think you could put pegs? You know what, Katie? You probably could. You could put some of those ceramic Christmas tree pegs in there if you wanted to. Yes, you could. It is about that diameter. I don't have any right here. But yeah, you know what, Katie? You could. You could pop those little ceramic Christmas tree pegs in there if you wanted some color coming through. Thank you. That's a good idea, Katie. So let's go ahead and count that down. We're in at 48 with Jen, looking for 49 or more, and we are doing just in case. So if you guys had your heart set on it, please, we encourage you to use it. That's what it's there for, to beat the lag. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Just a little bit of paint wear right there. Other than that, really good condition, minimal crazing. You can see the blues and some pinks in there. Just a really, really cool piece. I see Jen's just in case. I see Blythe's just in case. Thank you all so much. Really unique piece that doesn't come around that often. I just love it. There's the bid end. So with Blythe's just in case, it's going to Jen for $86. Thank you so much, Jen, and congratulations. All right, Bill.
Okay, Jason, up next, I have another new old stock. It's going to start at $25 because I love it. So it's in this box. This is from the Pen Candle Company. And these are, I took them out of the plastic. The plastic is still on the inside. They are some amazing, what was the size of them? 15-inch candles. Let me just give you a close-up on these. They have this twisted effect all the way around, like this snow effect, down to this holly leaf. And then this is actually millinery wire. It's not wax. This is actually a millinery piece, as are the berries on top of it. Really, really beautiful. And as you can imagine, the box includes 2. And they're in great condition. I mean, I took them out of the plastic, so obviously they haven't been burned. I think they're just amazing. They look great in these brass candle holders, which will come with them if anyone's interested. And they're huge. Can you see how big they are? So yeah. These are statement candles, right? Mm-hmm. If you put them on your mantle, you would see them from across the room. They're just really, really fantastic.
These look really good if you have any of those brick candle holders. And if you actually have a Santa, like candle hugger, I love, because I've seen this before, put on this. It looks like he's coming down like a snowy pole.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you would mention a brick candle holder, Jason.
This is true.
Jason's a lover of the bricks.
I am.
Yeah, they're just really, really nice. Let me get the other one in the candle holder. They do need a little bit of securing, and as many of you have heard before, I do use hair bands to do that because it gets them in there nice and tight, and then they don't rock around. You can move them. And the brass candle holders are just, they're just contemporary, probably made in India candle holders, but I think they're lovely anyway. So they're going to come along with it. And, this is not the selling point, I know, but the box is beautiful and it's in great condition. And it's like a reddish pink, but it's just, I think what's great about it is because I don't think most people are going to burn these candles. So you always have a place to store them that's appropriate size. All right. So thank you for your, the candle itself is wax. The only thing that's not wax, the leaf is wax. These 2 little berries are wax. All of the snow detail is wax. The only thing that's not wax is that stem. So that's a millinery stem that is inserted, I guess, before the wax dried, and it sort of winds itself around. So I don't know if that's a fire hazard, actually. It's actually wire. Sometimes those are coated with some kind of paper. I don't think there's paper on it. I think it's just wire.
Oh, it was the 50s. Anything went in the 1950s, Bill.
That's true. That's true. All right. Thank you all for the box is great. Thank you all for your bids. I'm going to start that countdown for this amazing set of candles that someone just took care of all these years. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
These are fantastic. And once you get one set, you're going to have your eyes peeled for more because the way they look and feel.
These were entirely not meant to be sold. When I found these, I wanted them for me. None of my display cases, I don't have a mantle. Everything has to go in a display case in my house. None of them are tall enough for it. So
good.
Okay, so there is the bid end. So, yep, Meadow Girl had a 40, but Tammy came in with a just in case of 41. So, Tammy, congratulations. These are yours for $41.
All righty, John. How much, sir?
I have a start bid of $24. So, also in my range of things tonight, I have some Hong Kong plastic. I love the Hong Kong plastic items. So, I know we talk about plastic fantastic in other ways, but I love the hard plastic Hong Kong pieces. So this is a Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus, or Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, hanging out on a fireplace. And I love that on the interior of the fireplace is this set of choir boys or altar boys kind of sitting in what is sort of like a screen of sorts. It's very interesting to me. It used to be a snow globe, so there used to be water in it. The little snow is still there. I don't know if it's possible to get in there and fill it if you wanted to. I don't know if that's still possible. It is marked Brite Star from 1976 on the bottom of it. Mike, I see you in at 24. There are multiple versions of this. So there's Santa and reindeer. There's a gnome with a little mushroom house, which is super cute. There's a nativity, and the combination of Mr. and Mrs. Claus and anything religious is always strange to me, no matter what I see. I've seen a lot of, I think, Putz houses or something recently where they have the Putz church and then it's Santa outside. It's an interesting juxtaposition. But there's Santa and snowmobile, the angels in Bethlehem. There's a gnome in the forest. There's an old world Santa in the forest and a Santa and reindeer. So there are a bunch of these. This is the one with the choir people. Overall condition is pretty good. A little bit of paint loss right there on Santa's little sack there. And other than that, I think that's basically all I noticed. They got a little extra gold paint on Mrs. Claus, unless that was intentional. A little bit of glue discoloration right there at the bottom where they're glued on top of the fireplace. But just a fun little piece. Again, I love this. These are like kind of my childhood. I love the snow globes. I don't remember seeing these, but I know of all the Hong Kong, and I love those the ones with the blue backgrounds. Those
John,
were a piece of my childhood.
Does this have the little spout on the bottom that you can fill it up again?
No, I don't see. I don't know if these. Yeah, so I think that these. So in here, I think these little plastic things pop off, and then I think you should be able. I think that's how it would work. You
have to take both off because as you're filling the water, the air comes out of the other one.
And
so like the snow and everything is still shaking around in there. But yeah, I just love that it's sort of like this weird. It's a fireplace, but it's also kind of like a scene,
right?
And I mean, technically, anything inside her would be on fire. It's very, very strange, but it's fun. I just think that's kitchen.
Right.
So Mike's in at 24, looking for 25 or more. Please use your just in case to protect your bid. As Jason said, 'tis the season for snipers. And you don't want to lose out on something you really want.
It's Hong Kong buttermilk.
Hong Kong, yep.
Hong Kong, yes.
Hong Kong, yep.
Hong Kong from Brite Star Plastics.
Yep.
Mike's in at 24, looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for 25 or more, or the bid end from Deanna.
And buttermilk, the paint is good. There's just a little bit of gold missing on Santa's sack there.
Yep.
And y'all can fill these up again. You just need to use room temperature distilled water. Yep. If you use anything else, it'll cloud.
And there's a bid end. So Mike, it's coming for 24. Thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations, Mike. All right, guys. $20 choice. And this is my last spun head angels that have nylon bodies. This is all I have left this year. So it's choice on these, and they are both in very good condition. $20 choice. They are a little bit of the larger ones. They're the middle size. They're about 4 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. So each one of these has all the components to their violin, to their bow. Their faces are really clean. The nylon has no rips in it. These are just some of the cleanest ones that I have found in a long time. So let me show them to you up close. It is a spun head. That is a cotton spun head. Then they have a yarn hair. They even have some Mercury glass in there as little halos, okay? And then the bodies are this thin wire. It's covered in this nylon or pantyhose style. And then they use the little chenille for the arms. Just super cute. And then the chenille, the little pipe cleaner comes out the back. So these can be used as ornaments or can be tied into a wreath or anything. They're a little hollowed out, so they do sit on their own. So $20 choice, 4 inches tall. That's your first one. And then her sister is pretty much identical to her. And the nylon on these is white. It might be reading a little off-white just because of the screen, or it might be reading pink. It is very, very white. They even have some glitter details on them too. So you can see some glitter details there. And again, these are really fun to mix in with some of your feather angels, some of your other spun head ones. And these even make great little tree toppers for those small Christmas trees that you might have around your house. So she even has a little Mercury bead right there, kind of right there in the center by her neck. And the big selling point is the little paper violin still has all of its pieces, even the, I guess that's not called the harp. That would be the neck of it, the neck of the violin. And then she has her little wire bow. These are just super cute, very good condition. Again, they are a larger size. They're about 4 inches tall. I think there's 1 or 2 sizes bigger, and normally you find the smaller ones. So again, just $20 choice. I'll just show you her again. I'll show you the other one. Don't see any interest, and that's okay. You can see the glitter on her right there. And again, these are the little spun head angels that have the nylon. And then they also have some chunky 1950s glitter. So Metal Girl, I see you in at 20. Thank you so much. Again, I have 2 for you to choose from. If you're like me, I like to be balanced. So when I decorate, I need 1 on each side. These would be great to use as gifts. I think primarily one of the ideas, these were supposed to be gift toppers. But again, also maybe ornaments. The fact that they've lasted this long, it still amazes me that some of this stuff is around. So 21 or more, we're going to do a countdown. Metal Girl, you can take 1 or 2. And again, like we've been saying, please use those just in cases. If you had your heart set, you don't have to put in a high just in case. You could just bump it up a little bit higher if you had your heart set on it. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And you can bend them a little bit. So just because one has her head down and one's up, you can slightly bend them so they're not stuck in that position. So they are pretty much identical in condition and the way they look. So if you just wanted one, there's no real big difference. So thank you, Deanna, so much for being our Modern Bid Ender tonight. Metal Girl, just let me know if you wanted 1 or 2. And if you just want 1, we'll bring the other one back in the recap. But if you wanted sisters, all right, they're staying together. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$8 per choice, Jason.
Right.
And I have some more beautiful glass ornaments, unusual ones. I have these little ornaments. They are 1-inch silver balls, one on the top and one on the bottom. They're connected to one another, surrounded by 5 half-inch Mercury glass balls that are wired around them. They're really lovely. And as you can see, they have a hanger on both sides, so they can be used as an ornament. But if you have multiples, you can take that off and string them together and make a garland. So for that price of $8, you're getting 2 of them. And I have the silver and the red. And I also have gold and green. And I have multiples, actually. I have 2 sets of silver and red and 2 sets of gold and green. But they are, if you love your old Mercury glass beads, these are tiny. The whole thing is only 2.5 inches tall. So they're really fantastic. And patina, just so you know, I think a lot of you know that over time, these Mercury, you can actually see that they're almost clear green glass now because they lose that that painting that they had on the inside. But they're really spectacular. And again, if you do over time collect enough, you can actually make them into a garland. Even a 5 or 6 chain garland is a nice little thing to hang around. So here are the choice. So for the price, you're getting 2. And I have 2 sets of the silver and red and 3 sets of the gold and green to choose from. I think they're super cool. And there are the ones I'm offering. I have a bunch more. The sets I'm offering, there are no damaged glass balls, either to the larger 1-inch ball or the Mercury glass balls that go around them. Super
fantastic. Cool. They almost look like almost like an orbiter. They almost have like a very atomic kind of feel to them too.
They remind me of like molecule models.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you're confused, this is what I was talking about. I have a second set of red and 2 more sets of the gold and green if you're interested. Okay, so thank you all for your bids. And again, you're bidding on choice for 2, a set of 2. I just want to make sure that's clear. So right now we're looking for 12 or more. Active bidders can put a just in case, and there are a total of 5 sets to choose from. So there's a lot to choose from. So 20, I can never remember that number. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are fantastic, Bill. Have you had these for a while, or did you just find these this year?
I found these in the basement this year.
These are I can't believe you're selling these. These are so hard to find.
Yeah, they're fun, right? They're really fun. Okay, so there is the bid end. So Debbie had a bid of 12. Blythe came in with a just in case of 17. So Blythe, you have first choice at 13. Let me know if you would like red or green. And there are 2 reds to choose from and 3 greens to claim. So after that, Debbie, you have backup at 12. And then Peppermint Patty at 9.
Gosh, these are so good. I like your idea of putting them together for a garland too.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool. I've seen them displayed that way. So yeah, that would be really neat.
I just like the idea of collecting them in like a nice, even milk glass or something, just like setting them out that way.
Yeah, agree.
See, I was thinking about popping them in with your spaceman bottles. They had that kind of orbit kind of look.
So Blythe is going to take 1 red and 1 green. That means I have 1 red and 2 greens left.
All right. So Debbie, you're on deck. And then Peppermint Patty. And then that's it. Do you want to communicate in a chat with them then, Bill? Okay. Yep. All right, John, you're up.
So, Jason, my start bid for this round is 60. I have a very special piece. One of the things I was trying to do this past year in sourcing vintage Christmas was looking for better representation. And so I've been successful in finding some special pieces that I think really, well, they're special. So like I said, I have some baby Santas tonight. So this is a Knickerbocker baby Santa. This is from 1955. It has its original tag. Now, this was a gift to someone in 1957 because they were very clear about marking on both sides of the tag that 1957, this was a gift to, it doesn't say, it just says 1957 and 1957 date. So cute little Knickerbocker Santa. As you can see, there is some discoloration or some yellowing on the white fur. Now, I'm told there are methods and ways of cleaning that up or getting that to be more white. I am not an expert. I reached out to some folks who are well-versed in doll care and, revamping things and fixing things. I did not feel that I had the skill level and the comfort level of doing that myself. So I will leave that to the next owner to do those things as they wish. There is a little bit of a scent. So like just a vintage kind of scent to it. Nothing offensive or terrible. It just needs a little bit of a freshening up. Again, that would be up to you. The hat is removable. He has a full head of blonde hair for reasons unknown. Like I said, some people find the baby Santas a little bit odd because they have the full beard and mustache, but I think he's super cute. He measures 12 inches tall, measured from where that hat kind of naturally falls back, but the sweetest expression and just so lovable.
He has the most incredible side eye, John. Like seriously, he's just done with everything. He's
Well,
like,
he's like, why is this guy holding me? Yeah, I don't,
right,
you know.
right. My gosh, and
Because you're with me right now.
I've seen these before where they had like a dog attached to their arm.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think I have one where they actually it came with they came in a couple different varieties. Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, just irresistible. And that's the thing. I think sometimes these, you know, you need to, you know, wait a little bit because I, you know, this is the second time I brought him to because I want to find the best home for him. Right. See Mike in at 60. I see just Jen at 61. So looking for 62 or more. Again, you know, there are tutorials and things. Some people had recommended the oxy. The thing is, you'd have to protect the red pieces. And again, that's something where, you know, some people said, oh, you could use the oxy pens to try to. And I was like, I'm not gonna, you know, that is for someone else to manage and work their wonders with. And honestly, I don't mind the kind of, you know, the kind of age because he is so old. So just Jen is in at 61, looking for 62 or more. I will start a countdown in a bit. Please, if you're an active bidder and you really want this baby Santa, because I have not seen another one, please use that just in case if you're an active bidder when I start that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for 63 or more, or the bid end from Northwest Sunshine, good friend Deanne.
See, I'm with you, John. I like the patina.
Well, it's just another thing too, where it's like I'm willing to look because it doesn't willing to live with it. It doesn't bother me because again, not my skill set. Just Jen, I see you're just in case of 91, and there's a bid end. So KB had a just in case of 67. So for 68, this is coming to you, Jen. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Congratulations. And guys, please make sure you're following John over on Instagram. If you guys want some different decorating techniques or some ideas or going to get motivated, follow him over at Everyday Holiday Displays. The link is in the description below. Please make sure you're following Bill here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Please follow Mother Tucker's on Instagram and consider giving us a subscription here on YouTube. All right, $10 choice. And two things I'd love to bring out at Christmas time are album covers, and I also like to bring out some vintage golden books because I think they just add to your display. Okay, these are all early generation golden books, and they are all in very good condition. The only thing that repeats is, and I forget her name, some girl's name is in here. It's Susan Patches. So Susan Patches, I must have gotten all of her old golden books. So it's going to be $10 choice. And they are all in very good vintage condition. This one is a harder one to find. There were two variations of Frosty. This one right here, which then they later reissued. Thank you, Mike. I see you in at 10. They reissued it in a larger golden book version that this scene was so popular. It also came in a green scene, but this is the blue scene. And when it comes to golden books, if y'all aren't familiar with golden books, a couple ways you can tell the ages. First of all, that there's no barcode. Second of all, if you open them and you pull the spine apart, you can see right down there in the corner, there's a little letter, okay? And then each letter is added into a year. So then you know from the copyright year how old this is. So that had an F. This was the sixth printing of this book. So you take 6, and it was 1950. It looks like it's somewhere in the 55 to 56 era. So that's about the age of all of the books I'm offering. So again, we know the story of Frosty. And what also makes this one a little rare is it has the red details to it, which was the earlier version. And then this is the non-traditional back of these. So this is an older 1950s one. There is no scratching, no scribbling on the inside, but the pages do get a little bit of yellowing from age. So we are in at 10 with Mike. Thank you so much. Again, I'll show you just a couple of the pages. I think we all know the story of Frosty. And of course, this one is probably one of the most notorious Frosties. I think he really got known from the Golden Book. So that's your first choice. And all the Golden Books, I didn't measure them. They are all about the same size. Just bear with me. They are all about 7 inches wide and they're all about 8 inches tall. So your second choice is the very traditional Night Before Christmas. This one in the spine is an H. So this would have been the 8th printing of it. And again, the only condition issue is we have little Susan patches. So if you like Susan patches, you could have all of her books. So that right there, I think, is worth the price of admission. You could put that on an easel and open that up in your display. Again, there's no writing on the inside, but very iconic graphics, iconic illustrations of Santa and his sleigh. Again, I love using golden books, very Dickinson. I love using the golden books in my Christmas decor. I just kind of sprinkle them under the tree, or I put them actually in one of my stuffed animals' hands. I just love it. So that's your second choice. And then your first choice, now there is a little bit of more wear to this one, but for you folks who love Disney, this one is a harder to find Disney one. This one is Mickey Mouse Flies the Christmas Mail. This one is a first issue. So there is an A in the spine of this. So if you guys collect golden books, you guys always want to probably have an A. This one has, of course, Susan Patch's name in it again. This one is very different. It actually shows like all the Mickey Mouse Club kids on it. Again, very 1950s. I think this one was copyrighted 1956. So again, it was those 2 years that, Susan Patches got all her golden books. No smells, not like it was in a musty basement or an attic. I'll just go very quickly because there's not a lot of interest. There is a little tearing right here. But that, I think, is some of the coolest little elves I've seen in a long time. So little, and me and Bill, thank you, Clean Look. I see you in at 11. Me and Bill are very partial to the chubby pixies. They got to represent the little thicker pixies. So thank you, Disney, for having 2 thicker pixies represented instead of all these skinny pixies. So outside of the little tearing up here, very good condition. And to find these golden books with Disney, they're very collectible. Plus, you have a little bit of Mickey Mouse going on the spine here on the foil. So that was your third choice. This was your second choice. Again, all very typical Christmas books. Very, 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 very known for. Words are hard for me tonight, but they're very quintessential for the holiday. So
that word is never hard for you.
It rolls right off the tongue. So we're in at 11. We're looking for 12. Let's do a countdown. We are doing just in case, and you can take the top bidder can take 1, 2, or 3. So we're looking for 12 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Karen, I think I have a lot of people using that. I really should have made shirts with that on or stickers or something. I kind of infected the community with that. So Lisa, I see you're 12. We have Clean Look back in with a just in case of 15 right before the bid end. So Clean Look at 13, you get first choice. So we'll do it in numbers. Frosty was number 1. Santa was number 2, and Mickey was number 3. And you can take whatever variation you want. We'll just do it numbers. It's easier. So Clean Look, that's 3. That's 2. That's 1. And then Lisa, okay, got you for Mickey. Thank you so much. So Mickey's going to you. So then Lisa, you have choice on the Frosty or the Night Before Christmas. Just let me know. Hello, TD Bear. Good to see you. Happy December. So Lisa, let me know if you wanted Frosty or the Night Before Christmas. And that was 2. And this one was number 1. And I can do this through the chat, then back up, or the next bid would have been Mike. So Mike, if you could just be on deck, please. Lisa, let me know if you wanted. Okay, they're yours. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
$22 for Jason. And once again, I have 2 of the same. When I see things like this, I always think about Jason. I have these awesome wreaths that light up. So this is a 10-inch styrofoam form with a satin bow, 2 pine cones. And if I said there's any condition issues about either of the ones that I have, there is a bit of red coloring on the foil candle that's kind of worn over time. And the pine cones might have 1 or 2 little pieces, as you can see here, that have sort of gotten knocked off over time. But it is amazing. Again, it's on a styrofoam form. It has all of this amazing red wonderfulness around it. And the front of it, behind it, has silver mica glitter. And they're in fantastic condition. They are also in working condition with original cords. So they are older cords, just so you know. I think they look safe to me, but look at this glow.
Love it.
How amazing is that? With the red in the red, it's just so good. And there are 2 to choose from. So you can grab one for your centerpiece or grab both for a display. But I love them. I love this. I love the whole look, how they're using this this foil around it, sort of mimic what evergreen might look like on a wreath. So pretty. Again, 10 inches in diameter, so a nice good size. And the styrofoam's in great condition. There are no breaks or dents in it. It's just, again, I know where this came from. So it came from a collection where pretty much nothing was used. So it's in good condition. You might want to, the bow's curling a little bit at the bottom. So there's a little work you could do there. But I mean, even the bow has the detail. Look, it's a double bow on both sides. Really, really cool. Yeah, I think they're beautiful too.
I love how they always worked pine cones into everything in the 50s and the 60s.
Well, they were free, and they weren't making the plastic ones so much back then. They started to, but this was much more available at that time. Right. It's the foil that is amazing to me, that none of it is broken or ripped. It's just in really, really spectacular condition. And again, the only thing I would say, let me see if I can get a close up. Oh, the wear is a little bit more prevalent here. You can see it on the candle right there, right?
Gotcha.
All right, I'll start a countdown. If anyone else is interested, active bidders can put in it just in case. And there are 2 to choose from. So that's always a good thing, because you can get a pair or you can share. So 20, is that nice? That's a nice little
very
thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm mentally recording that for future use.
Sometimes they just come to me. Let's put that on the quintessential vintage t-shirt. All right. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Gosh, these are so great.
Yeah, they're really good. Jason, as soon as I saw them, I was like, I can't leave these behind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely my style right there. Love it.
So there is the bid end. Gloria, you have the first choice at 25. Let me know if you would like one or both. And then Mike, you are back up if there's one remaining and if you only wanted one. So I'll just watch the chat, the comments, everyone.
All right, John.
So Jason, my starting is 16. This is a choice round, but I have 3 of the same. So some of the bills around, but I have 3 of the same. Completely different from anything else I've shown so far this night. I have this opalescent beaded garland. It's got this great look to it. These measure, and I have 3 of them, measure about 9 feet. I measured them at 107 inches. It's just shy of 9 feet. So they're probably 9 feet, depending, because I'm not the best tailor. I brought out my measuring tape and had to measure twice. But they're super beautiful. So I know sometimes these are harder to show. I think these would look great if you do the pastel Christmas. If you do the turquoise and the pinks, this would look great on the tree. If, as Bill had those ornaments earlier, the gold, I think the gold would look really nice with these. Again, I have 3 lengths of this. I did take a mini tree I had just to kind of show, and this, do not comment on my decorating ability, but just to kind of show you, this is like minutes before our live. I'm trying to throw a garland on a tree just because it's hard to kind of show garlands like this in a live. So you can kind of see, again, do not comment on my terrible decorating skills. Although I will say, of the many things that I do for the holidays, doing garlands of any kind on the tree is my least favorite part of it. Least favorite. Yeah. As a kid, for some reason, it was easier, but now it's the task I don't want to do, but we do it because we love Christmas. So again, this great kind of what was my word? Opalescent beaded with the like oval beads and then the smaller, almost like little pearls in between them. But measuring it 107 inches, about 9 feet. And again, I have 3 lengths of these. To work your decorating magic. I think they would even be nice if you had, I know Bill said he doesn't have a mantle, but if you have a smaller space to do a drape of greenery, even the fake, I mean, because the fake stuff is so well done these days, and then just use this. If you had a railing and did the draping along the railing, that's really nice. There are lots of ways to use this that don't require the actual tree. I'm talking to myself because I just find the tree part a really kind of challenging moment. But I think it's just gorgeous and a little bit different than the traditional garlands that we typically see.
And John,
I know I did just say I don't have a mantle, but I'm actually looking at my fireplace right now. But the thing is, I don't think about it as having a mantle because it's a corner fireplace and I stage things on top of it. So, but it's so funny. You're like, I'm looking at the fireplace right now.
John, did you say these are plastic or glass?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to guess they're plastic. They seem plastic to me. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I think those, for some reason, the like kind of mantle things are so much because there's almost a natural, right? You're going kind of in a line that you can do dips and things, and you can even things out as you need to. But when you're doing the tree, trees are just, in the end, it all looks good, but the part of it that, is the challenging part, you kind of quickly forget until next year when you have to do it again. But I don't see any interest on these. I will bring these back in the recap with my sad little tree.
Oh my gosh. It looks fine, John. You did a good job.
It's fine. I pass.
All right. $12 choice. And I have some choice on some plastic candy containers. Okay. They're in overall very good condition. Real quick, before anybody bids, the only major condition issue is I don't know if there's some melting that occurred here behind Santa, or if there was some cracking and somebody did something to it, or if something was glued in there at one time. I just want to note that, okay? And there's a little bit of glue residue here on the bottom. A lot of times these were glued to things and used. I don't know if somebody did take it off, but it doesn't distract from it when it's displayed. I just wanted to note those. So $12 choice on the plastic Santas. Now the difference on the two on the end is the first one here, they did give him some black eyes. In this one, he does not have any paint there. Now, did that wear off? I'm not sure, but these are really fun, and they are great little pieces to decorate with. They were candy containers to the best of my knowledge. So the larger Santa does have a void. Of course, these are always fun to pop bottle brush trees in, and both skis are intact. A lot of times these skis are broken, but the plastic is very vibrant on both of these. But this will be your first choice. And I love the chubby, the larger bulbous style Santa. And a lot of times there would have been something tucked in there. I think that's where the candy, the sack would have held, that he would have held. But also they could have used that for reins if he was, going to be pulled by deer or something. And you could pop something down there if you wanted to. So $12 choice. He measures about 4.5 inches by about 4.5 inches. So these are your great 1950s plastics. A lot of times they got broken and got damaged. So then here is your Santa on the sleigh, which actually this company also used that as their ornament. So they also then popped him into a little sleigh. Thank you, Jamie. I see you in at 14. So we're looking for 15 or more. Only condition issue is something was going on back here. I don't know if that's glue buildup or some melting, but it does not take away from it at all. And the red and the white are in very good condition. Thank you all for the bids, but we're looking for 15 or more. This guy measures about 4x4. So 4x4, these are great to craft with. And then this guy is identical to the first one I showed you, except he does not have any black on his eyes. Skis are intact, no damage. We do love popping a good bottle brush tree in the back of there. Or you could even re-gift these, put some candy in them, and give these as little hostess gifts. I would be very flattered if someone showed up at my house and gifted me some vintage. So, yes, right. So, right? Yes, exactly. I'd rather have something like this than, something newly bought. So,
I put that wish into the universe every year.
I hear you. So if you really want to flatter somebody this Christmas, giving them a one-of-a-kind piece of vintage, especially since Christmas is so hot anymore, These would make great gifts. And really at $14, I think that'd be very affordable. So Jamie is in right now. So we're looking for 15 or more. It is going to be on choice. We will go A, B, and C when you guys choose A, B, and C. And again, the only difference is one Santa doesn't have the black eyes. So 15 or more, counting down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jamie's still in at 14. Looking for 15 or more. Don't forget those just in cases. And then we'll go A, B, C. And top bidder can take all three, a variation, and then it'll be between Jamie and Sally. You'll have backup. No damage on these, just that weird glue thing going on with the middle guy. So there's the bid end. So Jamie, you got first choice. Let me know. Did you want A, B, or C? You can take a variation. We'll just wait a minute for the lag with her. And then Sally, you'll have backup. And what doesn't get claimed, we'll bring back in the recap. So Jamie, you got first choice at 14. That's A, B, and C, or a variation. And I think I can communicate through the comments. I just normally feel better if okay. So Jamie, I got you in at C. So you want the Santa with no eyes. Got you for him. So Sally, let me know if you wanted A or B. You can have A or B. And I can do this through the comments. All right, Bill.
$28, Jason. And I have another beautiful round of ruby glass. This is a beautiful ruby glass bowl. Now, it may look nondescript as we're looking at it here, but it actually is a piece of anchor hawking, and it's a sort of classic design. It is their punch bowl, and it's a small one. It's a small punch bowl. And what is amazing about this is that I have the base that goes with it, and the base is often missing. In fact, sometimes the base sells for more than the set because people are trying to find the base. So before anybody gets too far into bidding, let me tell you about a couple things. There's a smooth divot on the rim somewhere. Trust me, it's there. It's smooth, but it's just a little recessed area. And then there are some utensil marks at the bottom because this actually probably was used as a punch bowl at some point. But the fact that I'm so excited that I had the base to put with it, because look at it. It just really, it elevates it literally, but it also elevates it just in terms of its specialness, right? So it's super pretty, super amazing color. So the punch bowl with the base is 4.5 inches tall. And if anyone is interested, it is also going to come with 8 punch cups. Now, these are not the traditional punch cups. They do not have the handles on them. And this was originally sold with punch cups that had handles. But there are 8 of these that come along with it. They look lovely with it. So it's the entire set. Let me just hold it up. I'm just showing you 2, but there are 8. So the entire set. I'm a little nervous with this one. I don't usually get nervous. But it's really the base here that's the star of the show, believe it or not. And the fact that this is, for modern day, when we have smaller, we don't make big punches anymore with those big punch bowls that we see in the thrift store all the time. This is just a nice little size. Go ahead.
And these are great to use just as plain serve at the table. Like you could put maybe your Jell-O mold in it. You could probably put some other kind of potato salad in it or something like that. And then those little cups, they make good parfait cups. I've seen and been at parties where, you could put like your little parfait in and eat out of them.
Well, that's what we were thinking. We were talking about it here. If you put like a tiramisu in here and people could just scoop a little bit out into these nice little cups, how fun would that be? Yeah, really, really fun. Just a nice little piece. And again, this isn't just for Christmas, obviously. All right. So thank you all for your interest. Active bidders can use it just in case. Here I go with the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, I think I mentioned it. There are 8 of these cups.
And Bill, those cups could make great votive holders.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do with them, right?
And a riser.
Super, super pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, it's a fun set. I'm familiar with this set. I've seen the bowl before, but to find the pedestal was really fun. So thank you all for your interest. Mike had a 30 and Tammy Keen with a just in case of 50. So Tammy, this is yours for 31. Thank you so much.
All right, John.
So I have a start bid of 16, Jason, 16. So if it's 10 p.m. Eastern, it's time for some more Hong Kong plastic. This is a great little Santa holding this. I love the fact that the gift is this bright blue. He was originally intended as a window hanger. I don't know how well this suction cup thing is going to work anymore. If you wanted to use it that way, you'd probably have to replace that. Someone marked 1965 on him, so that's how I'm dating him. I'm dating him to 1965, and it is stamped made in Hong Kong right there, which you probably can't see, but right there, stamped on the back part. Just a great little piece. He's 8.5 inches high by 5 inches wide. I like the fact that it is a flat piece. You don't need to use it as a window thing. I just like if you have narrow depths and you need, some other, height or something to your displays, and you don't have the space to do things that are that deep. Something like this is great. So this with a piece of ephemera and then maybe another small mini or something, that's all you need. That's really all you need.
He does. Deanna says he looks like he's dancing. He does.
He does. I mean, he does, because he's got that little one leg up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like, his expression is really nice too. I don't really see, I think it's just the way they sprayed or did the paint on it. I don't think paint is missing. I think it's just the way they finished it. Like where there's a little bit of not, black there, but I think that's where it hit and where it didn't hit.
And what would you say he's holding, John? It is a present, right?
It's a present. Yes. It's a large blue gift with a little gold bow. So this very like mid-century modern to me, the length, the skinny kind of look of that, and then that great gold bow on the gift. And like I said, marked by someone with 1965. So it dates it for me to that, at least that age. If these were released any earlier, who knows, but at least from 1965.
He's fantastic. He'd be great in the center of a wreath. Like if you could pop him into the middle of a wreath. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So many, again, because of the dimension, you've got a lot of options for using him. I love this idea that people have been chatting about putting things in trees. I never thought about it. I never thought about putting, pieces of vintage that weren't ornaments into trees. I love that idea. I would love him. Like I'm always looking for something that start bid is 16. Mm-hmm. I'm always looking for things that are not necessarily angels to put on tops of trees. Like we have a vintage angel from my husband's family, so I put that on occasionally, but I like doing other things as well. So he would be nice kind of at the top of that tree as well, if you want to put him in those top branches.
But trees always seem to have a couple areas that are just bigger voids, mm-hmm. where that something like this fits in so nicely.
Yeah.
Lisa, I see it at 16, so looking for 17 or more. Patty, I see you're 16, but we're at 16, so we're looking for 17 or more. Yeah, we have an artificial tree, and it's probably about 10 plus years old at this point. And there's just one section that never quite, it is a big empty gap. So I'm always looking for like the big ornament to go there and kind of like finessing it so it doesn't look like there's a big gap. It just happened at some point. There's no fixing it. Lisa's in at 17. Again, Patty's in at 17. For we're looking for 18 or more on this vintage at least 1965 Hong Kong plastic Santa. I will start that countdown. If you are an active bidder, I do suggest using your just in case if you really want to get this piece. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. So looking for 20 or more, or the bid end from Deanna, Northwest Sunshine.
And Scott, he says he puts his Santa and reindeer, his popcorn on the top. That's got to be a pretty big tree.
That is a big tree. At least I see you're 20.
Yeah, I could go for a peppermint patty myself.
I don't have any of those. That's the problem with the power of suggestion. It works if you have it on hand.
Well, it's funny. I've been thinking about popcorn all night.
Right? Like lots of things I will be devouring if I can after this live. So Lisa, for 20, this is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. Congratulations. All righty, guys. I have a choice round, and this is my only glass for the evening. And I love milk glass at Christmas time. So I have choice at $20. They are both Fenton. They have unique mouths on them. So they are more unique. So they're not just your normal milk glass, hobnail, swung vases. They are both 10 inches tall. This one is stamped Fenton on the bottom. You can just sort of see the ring on it. This one also has its Fenton paper label still on. It's starting to come off a little bit, but it's still on. But the mouth on this is very mod, very unique. Thank you. I see you in at 20. I see Tammy in at 21. For Fenton, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of our sales. Me and Bill talk about Fenton. They were very conservative when it came to their vases. This is very unnormal, very unique, very different for Fenton. This is almost like a Viking style mouth. It's almost like a claw of sorts. So it's a very unique mouth that they have on this one. So if you guys do collect vases, you want some that are a little unique. So you can see the hobnail repeat all the way down. Then this one, they made two kinds. They made the scalloped or they made the full round. Both of these are scalloped, okay? So we're looking for 26 or more, and they both are about 10 inches tall. That'll be your first choice. Now, this one is even a little different because in the back, it kind of looks like it's scalloped, sort of like a shell almost. And that is a different style mouth for Fenton as well. They're almost known just for being a plain old round mouth on their vases. This one does not have the Fenton mark on the bottom. So this would be your older one. And you can sort of see the way they kind of did it more in the 1960s with the hobnail versus probably later on. This one's a little more defined. This one's a little more muted. So Tammy is in at 26. Thank you so much. Again, they both measure just about 10 inches tall. And if you wanted two, I thought you have two different unique ones. And this one I also like because however you put it, the mouth can look completely different. So that's just a super unique one. So we're looking for 27. We're looking for 29 or more. We're going to do a countdown. This will be your first one, and this will be your second one. So just let me know if you want one or two. We're looking for 29 or more. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I see you're just in case metal girl. Thank you so much. And again, this will be number 2. That one will be number 1. Both very different. Jamie, I see you're 29. Tammy is in with a just in case of 51. So we're just looking for that bid end from Deanna. Thank you so much, Deanna. Again, these are so fun. They're good all year, but the milk glass looks really good at Christmas. So Tammy, you get first choice at 33 because Metal Girl had 32. This one will be your first one. So just say that you want vase number 1 if that's the one you want. Or vase number 2 is that mouth on that.
Both.
Both of them? All right. Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right, Bill.
So, Deanna, thank you so much for doing our bid ends tonight. And Karen, thank you so much for popping all the information into the chat all evening. We appreciate you both so much. So I'm going to bring some kitsch because I haven't brought any tonight. Some ceramics because that's one of the things I love at Christmas. And these are going to start at $18 for choice. I have 2 sets of shakers representing our furry friends at the holidays. Sometimes we like them more than our own relatives, right? So I have this adorable set of kitty shakers with the holly and berry all over them. And I don't know if they were made to be for Christmas because I have seen them. I actually have a pair in my collection all year round, but I think they're super cool and they're in great condition. No chips or cracks, no loss of paint. The red bows are fantastic. The black tails are fantastic. As you can see, they have the sweetest faces. One has eyes open, one has eyes closed. And the kitties are, just looking for the size. The kitties are 4 inches tall. Super, super sweet. Now, if you are on the other side of the pet world and you like your dogs, I've got some that you may not have seen before. These are either made by Devar or Commodore. Amy really can't determine, but they are these amazing green dogs, and they are entirely cold painted. All the colors you see are cold paint, and I've seen these before, and they're mostly white. The outfit itself is in amazing condition. There's really no loss of cold paint. There's a darker green for the ears and the tail, and this one is in good condition. This one does have a little bit of loss on the tail, and I think a little bit on a foot. Yeah, there's a little bit of cold paint loss there. So one actually has a bone in its mouth. The other one doesn't. They both have their stoppers in the back. And these are Japan. There's a paper Japan sticker on the bottom, and they would have had noisemakers in them, which is why those two pieces of information, the back of the head stopper and the noisemakers at the bottom, sort of give us an indication that it's probably Devar or Commodore. They are 5 inches tall, so they're a bit bigger than the kitties. So these are the two choices we have. Got to have some of our furry friends at Christmas time. You may have seen me kick Talos off the table a couple of times because I have a lot of glass tonight. Yeah, they are good Christmas colors, right? And, you know, maybe it's a Grinch dog, the Grinch's dog, you know, it's cute. It's unusual, I think, really cool. And I love the little outfits they're wearing. Super, super cute. They are derpy, to use another word that Jason has put into our vocabulary. They're quintessentially derpy.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. You're right, Helen. I'm with you.
All right, here comes
match Jason.
Everyone. What's that?
They do. They do. I was trying to look fancy tonight for you.
Grab a bone and put that in your mouth and see if you.
We love you, Jason. We do.
I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it right now.
All right, here comes the countdown. Active bidders can use it just in case. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Bill, that dog is keeping eagle eye on those cats. The one with the bone. He's like, "Don't
That's
you
right.
eat? Don't you eat
my
it.
bone. This is my bone. You
Even
can't
think about
it. Right.
So
Okay,
good.
and there is the bid end. Thank you all for your bids. So Karen came in with a just in case of 25, Aunt Kiki with a just in case of 30, Sherry with your just in case of 45. At 31, you have choice for the kitties or the puppies, and of course, if you wanted both. In my experience, very few people actually, when you present a cat choice and a dog choice, very few people take both.
Right.
Sherry's going to take the kitties. So up next was Aunt Kiki at 30. Would you like the puppies or would you like to pass? And then Karen is in at 25. You can take the puppies, and then TD Bear at 21. So if anyone wants those puppy dogs, let me know.
All right.
And I'll watch the chat, guys.
All right, John.
So I have a choice round. You have 3 choices, $16 start. These are all part of a series. I have the Napco Pixie Band figurines. Your first choice in the trio, tonight's trio anyway, is the flute player. She is 3 inches tall by 2 inches wide. These are all X7590. Her number is kind of barely there, but her Napco sticker is still present. So the flute player, I think, except for some little bit of red cold paint loss right there, she's in pretty good condition overall. Don't really see these kind of synthetic hair things always can get a little wild over the years. Hers is, I've had some pretty wild ones. She's pretty good, but you can see kind of the strays as I look at her in the camera right now. But this is your first choice, the flute player. Your second choice is the harp. And the harp player, you can see like the hair color is a little bit darker on the harp player. This is 2.5 inches tall by 3.5 inches wide. Similarly, a little bit of red cold paint loss right there. A little bit of flyaway. You can see it more in the back or on the side as it's coming apart or coming off. Other than that, oh yeah, just on the little tips right there of her little pixie kind of top. She also has her Napco sticker and is stamped with that same number. So that's your second choice, the harp player. And then finally, your third choice, Lisa, I see you're 16, so looking for 17 or more on choice, is the pan flute player. She is 2 inches tall by 3 inches wide, so she's like the other one, kind of laying down versus standing. On her, let me take a quick look. She's pretty good. There's a tiny little bit on the back of, you're not gonna be able to see it because it kind of hits where her feet are. There's a little bit of paint missing right there. So typically these Napco figurines, seem to come in fives, like there are fives of things. I found one other one that I don't have, which is the lute player. There may be a fifth. They weren't in the Napco book. Like they weren't all in that Napco. I don't know if any of them were in the Napco book. So I only have these three: the pan flute player, the harp, and then the other flute. So pan flute, flute, and then harp. So Lisa's in at 16, looking for 17 or more. I'm going to try to attempt this. We'll see. This is what I went to go grab because maybe you just need to see all of them together. So
I just checked, John. Those are the only three that I have. So it's probably the only three.
I did see a lute. But that may be, again, sometimes, I don't know, like it's an unusual thing. Sometimes things aren't categories right either. And I was surprised at the difference in the hair color, but they could have been made at different times. So Lisa's in at 16, looking for 17 or more. And again, this is on choice of any of these three, what I'm calling the Pixie Band. Lisa, if you're the only bidder, you want to make sure you use that, or I suggest using it just in case. You don't need to, but I suggest because, you want to protect them if you want to really get them. TD Bears in at 17, looking for 18 or more. I will start that countdown now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So now we're looking for 18 or more, or that bid end.
From Deanna.
From Deanna, thank you. Sorry, I blanked for a second for, just because I'm...
You're good, John. It's all good.
That's what's happening right now. Lisa, I see you're just in case of 30.
You did a long live today, and now you're on live number 2.
I was surprised that I made it. Yeah, it was a challenge. There's the bid end. Thank you so much. So Lisa, with your just in case of 30, your high bid becomes 18. Let me know if you wanted the flute, the pan flute, or the harp. And then TD Bear Singer, you're behind at 17 if Lisa doesn't take all three, and then you'll have your choice if you want any of that remains. I believe I can watch the comments.
Okay. All right. She wants all three of them.
Oh, that makes it even easier. Over to you, Jason.
All right. $10 choice, guys. This is all I have left. I offered 2 of these in a sale, I think, with Bill and Amy last week. So if you guys aren't familiar with these were all promotional giveaways. These were oversized matchbooks, okay? These are very collectible. They're $10 each. They're probably from the 40s or the 1950s, okay? So I'll show them to you very, very, very quickly. They measure about 3.5 by 4.5. So they are these large, oversized matchbooks. So thank you, Peppermint Patty. I see you in at 10. So this one was a season's greetings. This one was your rural scene, and then you have a city scene here on the back. And it says season's greetings and the happiest of New Year's. This one, what makes these so collectible is that then they did adorn the larger matches with some sort of a scene. And this one is your season's greetings. Again, unused, still in original condition. And this one just advertises a restaurant and a little cocktail bar. So that is your first choice. That will be the that one there. Then we have the bells. So this one is just a little different. This would have been the company name here on the front. So we have the greetings with the Christmas bells. They didn't put anything on the back of this one. But then here on the inside, you have this really neat candle and wreath. And then I love those jadeite tips on the matches. So Scott, I see you in at 12. Thank you so much. So this will be your second choice. Again, this could have actually been like a salesman sample that never really got printed because usually they printed them all over, for other things. So then you have the tree, which I had one of these the first time. Okay. But the first one I had was actually a blank. This one actually has has a cafe on it, and the cafe looks like it's from Butterfield. And then you can see it up in New York City. So this one is from New York City. This one has a great scene of the Christmas tree and all the toys on it. And then when you open this one up, this one has probably one of the best scenes, which is Santa with Merry Christmas. And then you also have the North Star, and you have a gorgeous, cute little house covered in snow with Santa, who is not in his sleigh. He's down there on the matches. So that's what I love about these. So Scott's in at 15. So no condition issues to report. None of them have been struck or used. So that will be your third choice. This will be your second choice. And then this one will be your first one. And top bidder can take a variation. So it will be 1, And then that has the city scene on that side. We had the bells, and then we had the Christmas tree. So 16 or more, we're going to count them down. We are doing just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If you guys know these, you know that you walk into an antique mall, they have $30, $40 on these sometimes. So I was fortunate enough to get them at a pretty decent price to offer them, and they're all in good shape. No issues, no smells, and they're really, really fun to collect. There's our bid end. William, you had a just in case of 30. Thank you so much. But Scott came in there with a straight bid of 30. So you get first choice, sir. Let me know if you're interested. This one was number 1. Then this one was number 2. And then this one was number 3. You can take as many as you want. Remember, this one had Santa in it. I guess I should have left them open. Maybe that's more the point is Santa. This one had the really neat deco style wreath and candle. And then number 1 had the, I love that. Very Vermont, reminds me of White Christmas when they're heading up to the inn.
Number 3.
Okay, Scott, I got you for number 3. Thank you so much, sir. So William, you have second choice at 30. So this one was number 1. And then this one was number, as I drop it, is number 2. So let me know, William, if you were interested, you want the other 2. They're yours. Thank you so much. And we'll keep it moving. All right, Bill.
$16, Jason. And I'm going to go back to my homage to John at Everyday Holiday Displays with some new old stock. I have choice on 2 vintage Christmas pieces that are still in their original packaging. The first one is this amazing, I've seen this dancing Santa a lot. I've never seen him dancing on top of a blow molded brick house from Pittsburgh. Amazing, right? And it's on a glittered, snow glittered base with a snow glittered roof. It's big too. Dancing Santa is 9 inches tall in its original packaging. And if you're a history buff, I really love that it marked made in British Crown Colony, Hong Kong. So this is a remnant of colonial days, which I think is really interesting. So he is the first choice. Beautiful packaging, was initially 88 cents. The little tab though is ripped. If you get your new old stock to hang, that one is ripped. But he's fantastic, and he's one of those flock dancing Santas with the one leg up in the air on top of that brick house with all the glitter. The second choice is this double glow package of hanging Putz-like house ornaments. So they are meant to be ornaments. They do have ornament hangers on them. They have mica glitter all over their roofs. Really, really sweet. Never been opened. What does this say? Manufactured. These are manufactured in Taiwan. Super, super cool. Plain back on this one. All the staples are there. Never been removed. Beautiful roof line.
Oh, gosh. I love it. And you said that one's a pink one, right?
It's not. No, it's red. Yeah, I think it's pink.
Okay, because it's reading sort of pink on screen.
Yeah, it is pink. Pink and yellow. I'm not good with colors, though. I've said that multiple times. Colors and dog breeds. Don't ask me.
Dog breeds are tough. They're tough.
Ask me how to do an epidemiological profile of a minority community, and I can do it tomorrow, like not a problem. But
Bill knows a Pittsburgh Santa from across the room. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does look a little Holt Howard on this. Yeah, Double Glow also had a very mid-century look. So $16 for choice, and we have 4 more rounds, including this item. So I'm going to move it along, and I'm not going to move it along because John is interested in these houses, I think.
Yeah.
So if anyone else is interested, I'm going to count it down quickly. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hi, Candyland. Thanks for joining tonight. Good to see you. Yes, colors are hard. They are.
Yeah. I'm just curious to know which one John's in.
Oh, we already know. Yeah.
Do we?
I do.
All right, John.
All right, John.
Please.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I waited. I really waited. I was just like, I'm gonna let. Not going to, but I couldn't help it. So my next item is this. I mean, a lot of things are special, but this is pretty interesting and fun. This is start bid of 35, Jason.
All right.
So I know Kamar or Kamar, I call it Kamar. For the devils, we love the little imps with the kind of plastic heads and the long sought after, never found blue one. I don't have a blue one. I just have the red one. But this is Super Santa. Super Santa is from 1967. What is super special about Super Santa is that Super Santa still has his Kamar or Kamar tag. Not always found that way. I don't know if his blue has faded at all. It's looking more blue on camera than it is in my own eyesight. Talking about colors, it looks a little more steel gray than blue gray or blue as it does on camera. But some people think he's kind of like odd looking or kind of, I think he's had a hard day. He's been Super Santa. He's a little tired, but I love his little like almost villainous mustache points. And honestly, he's just a character. So there's a little bit of fraying on his buckle, as you can see there. Other than that, and just, I mean, these were just, I think, not as we talk about kind of quality control and thing. There's just a little bit of glue residue. I think when they were gluing the Super Santa piece on, there's a little bit of glue that's still stuck on the red there. Probably could use a bit of a cleaning here. But overall, again, nothing to really, comment about. His cape comes up, just super cute and super fun. And again, unusual.
I love how they put hangers on all of those or some of those back in the day.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You can hang him if you want, He does kind of look, I mean, I know Super Santa looks like he's really had a hard day, even the way his arms are kind of like, like
he's not looking so super at the moment.
Maybe it's ironic. It's all irony.
Irony. Yes.
He's like, yeah, I'm Super Santa, all right.
Yeah.
But $35 start on him,
which is a good price for a Kamar. Like
these kind of remind me of and I'm blanking, of course. What's the ceramics company? The
Christ, the Psycho Ceramics.
Yes, this reminds you of the Christ.
Yep. Yeah. It's like a plush Psycho Ceramic. You're right.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love him.
But yeah, his tag is even, I couldn't really tell. It looks like it says Jock in quotes, but then very, very faintly on top of that in purple, they stamp Super Santa and then the item number 1775. All new material is cotton. They were based in Englewood, California. I did not know that.
And does he stand on his own, John? Like he'll stand? Okay.
I believe he does.
Okay.
He has a little bit of a lean. You could probably do a little bit of adjustment. I think I leaned him onto something so he was a little more straight in my preview, but he does stand or does sit, or I don't know what he's doing. I guess those are his feet. So yeah, I guess he is standing. He's really had a hard one. So and I know how you feel. So I will put Super Santa over for a super short nap of sorts, and I will bring him back in the recap. Over to you, Jason.
All right. My next round is going to be choice. It'll be choice at $20. And I have some ceramics. And to the best of my knowledge, I have one of a set. So there would have been two other partners to each one of these. So the first one is the Lefton Angel. This was a choir they did. I think there were two others that were in red, maybe this one.
Brian just sold one earlier this week.
Did he? Okay, one of this one or one of the other ones?
Another one that it's actually blowing the horn.
That's it. And I love this set because you don't normally find them in this green, but then I love how they adorned the red down here at the bottom of the skirt. So she's in very good condition. I guess at one time she was $1.50. She has her Lefton sticker. And again, I think she's super cute by herself. Again, no damage to the wings. They even put a little bit of red on the tips of these wings. So she measures just about 4 inches tall. So she measures 4 inches tall. So again, she would have been part of a little band series by Lefton, even has some holly in her little updo, very 1960s looking girl. So that's your first choice at 20. And then I love this set. I have the full set. This is a Joseph. So this is a Joseph original. And it would have been 3 of these angel boys. One has an electric guitar. This one doesn't like hearing what the other one is singing. So this is a harder series to find. And if you started with this one at 20, you could probably find the other 2. So he's in very good condition. He has his halo made of holly. Again, he's had a day. And what I love about him is that paired him next to this one. So maybe he doesn't like the fact that she's, got a horn. This one also went well. I put the 45 records behind him. So you could have him not wanting to hear what music is being played. So he has these great, very pointy, very arced out wings that I love in some of these series. There is no damage, which is amazing. He is a larger figurine, and you can see he does have some holly here. And he is stamped Joseph Original with his original Japan label on the bottom. So $20 if anybody's interested. He comes in at 5.5 inches tall. Again, a cute little boy angel. He's got his fingers in his ear. Maybe, he doesn't want to hear what Santa has to say. Again, there would have been 2 other in the series. One was playing an electric guitar. One was singing. I'm pretty sure the other one was singing. And he was the middle one. So just wait another moment for the lag if anybody's interested. Then we have the cute little Lefton girl. And these are a little harder to find with no issues to wings or cold paint. So I see you, Sherry, in at 20. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's count these down. If anybody's interested, please put in a bid. And active bidders can do just in case. So Sherry, you might want to use it. So 21 or more, we'll count it down. It is on choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I kind of thought this was older brother and little sister. Like she was being annoying. I just thought the 2 paired really well together and really fun. That's why I thought maybe somebody would want them together. Or if you needed to finish off one of your sets, you could do that. So thank you all so much. See your just in cases in there. We're just waiting on that bid end from Deanna. Thank you so much, Deanna, and thank you for helping us tonight and hanging out. So Sherry, you get first choice at 26. He would be number 2, and this one would be number 1. Again, I thought they were kind of neat together, little sister, annoying older brother. But this one is number 1. That one is number 2. And then Metal Girl, you'll be on deck for backup at 25. Just let me know if you wanted number 1. You want the boy? You got him. So the boy is yours. Thank you so much. Then Metal Girl, you're next at 25. Let me know if you wanted her. And then we'll be at TD Bear with 26. And I can watch in the comments if you guys can just let me know. Metal Girl, say yes or no. And TD Bear.
No, TD Bear has next choice.
That's right. You're right, Bill. I'm going too fast. TD Bear, you have next choice at her at 26. Okay, so Metal Girl, I'll keep you on deck. I'm sorry. That was my mistake. I forgot about TD Bear. So TD Bear, let me know if you wanted her at 26. If you pass, Metal Girl, she'll be yours. And I can watch the comments. I'm trying to move too fast now. I should slow down. All right, Bill.
$24, Jason. And I have another light up. I have a blow mold tonight, a hard plastic blow mold. One that came in a pair, actually. This would actually was sold with Mrs. Claus as well. So the price is reflective of some damage, and I want to point that out. He has some plastic missing on his boots, and someone has taped that up. I had planned to take the tape off and repair the plastic, but I just never got to that. But I was going to offer him for a good price if anyone else is interested, because he's pretty fantastic, particularly if you like things that look like they're aged, because this set always had a bit of a darker tone to the hair, both him and Mrs. Claus. It is a Union Products blow mold, 1972, and it's glorious when it's lit up. The face is whiter than most of the faces on other blow molds, and then the beard and the fur is a bit more yellow than a lot of other blow molds. And the yellowing is because this is hard plastic. Can you hear that? It's not like the typical blow mold plastic, but it is still blow molded. So there's mold lines. It is blown into a mold. It is hollow, as you can see. There is a working light kit. The kit does have a toggle switch on it. So the toggle switch works. Oh, it's a brand new light kit. I just put it in there. That's why the toggle switch. I forgot about that. And in terms of paint, the paint is in pretty good condition. I actually don't see really much paint loss at all. We're really talking about the issues down here at the boots. But quite frankly, I mean, that may not bother some people, or you may decide to repair it like I was going to, or just put stuff down at the bottom. But I think it would be super fun if you were to hunt down Mrs. Claus too. Yeah. And I haven't been able to find her. So I was looking for her for a while. So that's really a nice little hunt for a blow mold if you'd like. It is listed on John and my favorite website, theblowmolded.com. So you can actually look this up and verify its year and its maker, Union Products 1972. But if there is no interest, we're at the point in our sale where we're going to keep it moving and bring it back at the recap.
All right, John.
I have a choice round starting at $10. So I have some, I mean, I'm going to qualify or say these are ephemera. I mean, I don't know that they would have been meant to hang around as long as they've had. I have some record greeting cards. I don't have a date on these per se. They are vintage. But this is the first choice. It says Silent Night. Oh, should I never mirrored? Was I just a mirror? I didn't mirror. Anyway, that's fine.
You don't have to worry. It reads on.
Oh, okay, great. So it's the Silent Night. I'm used to Instagram issues. So this is a record that you would play. You could put on a turntable and play. I did test them, and they do kind of play, but your mileage may vary based on your spindle size. So I had to stack a record on top to make it kind of work. But the other challenge is when they were doing this one, they cut it too close. And so the record groove actually is missing from this side. But just as a piece of ephemera or a piece in display, I thought it's really cool. The back is nice too. It says, wishing you all the joys of the holiday season. And these are signed by Father John. So Father John gave these, and I had the original envelopes to Tom, Hannah, and Julie one year. And this one played Silent Night. It says play the record at the other side at 33 and a third speed manual. Chorus and orchestra directed by Mitch Miller. So it's a choral version of Silent Night on this one. So again, starting at $10 choice. And these measure, I never measured them, did I? I did not measure them. That's fine. They're about a little bigger than 5x7. I had not seen these before either. And I honestly have had them for a long time. Just I forgot about them because I had them in the envelopes. And so I never really did any more research on them, but I thought they're special and I wanted to bring them to the sale. So the second one is Noel, Peppermint Patty. I see it at 10, looking for 11 or more. And Noel is this great kind of winter scene with that lantern. You can see the vinyl grooves kind of in the light. This one is cut properly, so no grooves are cut off. The back is the same, wishing you all the joys of the holiday season. Father John again. So obviously 2 years or so in a row, Father John was giving these record greeting cards. This one plays a Christmas Carol medley, chorus and orchestra, again directed by Mitch Miller. So that's your second choice. And again, I have the envelope for this one as well to Tom, Hannah, and Julie. He misspelled Hannah's name one year. She dropped an N, so I don't know which is correct. But he did give those to the kids. I assume they were kids, 2 years at least. So Silent Night or Noel. I will go ahead and start that countdown now, looking for 11 or more on this piece of Christmas history. Lisa's in 11, looking for 12 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So we're looking for 12 or more, or the bid end from Deanna, Northwest Sunshine.
Gosh, these are so neat. Do you remember when they came out with the McDonald's one?
That's what I was going to say. We're familiar with the flexi discs, but these are thicker than those. So that's what's interesting to me, that these were kind of record cards. I have another one, but it came in a Spencer's gift cardboard thing, so not like this. It's just a regular record. And there's a bid end. So Peppermint Patty with your just in case, that puts you at 13. Let me know if you wanted Noel or Silent Night or both for your high bid. And then if there are any left, Lisa, you would be next in line.
All right, guys, make sure you're following John over on Instagram. Peppermint Patty wants them both. They want them both. Thank you so much. Make sure you're following John Everyday Holiday Displays over on Instagram. We made it really easy. His link is in the description. Please follow Bill over there on Instagram, here on YouTube, and please give me a subscription as well, too. So $25 on this 1970s plastic tree, all right? There is a condition issue. It's missing its cover on the back. It would have had a little plastic cover on the back. And when I found it, it did not have its original lights. Originally, this would have had multicolored lights in it. But I put a new set of clear ones in. I will send it with you so you can light this up. So the tree is a plastic tree that is then covered in this green tinsel. The bottom Pittsburgh-style brick, Bill's not even here to enjoy it. The Pittsburgh-style brick on the bottom, this is flocked, okay? So that's flocked cardboard that is over top of the plastic. So the tree is actually made by GE when it has its original GE lights in it, and it is considered one of their tinsel trees from the 1970s. So $25 if anybody's interested. It does have a little hole up here so you can hang it, and then you can hide the hole with some tinsel. And then, again, I will show this to you lit up, but it will stand on its own. So maybe you guys are in a situation where you can't have a large tree, you want something else. This might work for you. So $25, it measures 18 inches long. So it's a nice long tree. And again, it is thick plastic that is covered in tinsel. And then this is flocked cardboard that covers the plastic on the bottom. 18 by 14, and it's about 2 inches deep. So I'm going to go ahead and light it up for you. I did pick to put in clear lights because I could not find 20 lights that were in the multicolored. So all you do is pop them in there, and then this tree lights up beautifully. So again, this would look great on your mantle. You could hang it on the wall if you wanted to. And if you're so inclined, you could switch out the lights and use multicolored ones. And then it's very, very simple here. I will show you in the back. They just simply just pop into the holes that are on the back. So the only condition issue is 2, it's missing its original lights. And number 1, it doesn't have its plastic cover on the back to hide those wires. But you really don't have to worry about it because that's going to be against the wall. And when this is lit up in a dark room, it glows green. I love that tinsel. And if this would have had its other components, these sell upwards of $100 on some other platforms. It's a very sought after tree. So we'll just take another moment. This is 1970s at its best. Again, flocked base. So gorgeous. And again, it does have a little hook here on the top, little hole right there, right here. So it can be hung on the wall if you want to. And then you just pop that tinsel piece right over top so you don't see the hole. Again, it's just a gorgeous piece. Thank you, Helen. I see you in at 25. You could, and speaking of Helen, you could craft and embellish this even more. And when I ship it, I'll just pull the lights out and then you just simply just pop them all back in. So just a gorgeous piece, plastic frame that's covered in tinsel, and then the bottom is flocked. So let's count it down. Thank you, Helen. I see you're 25. We'll go 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I was going to use the little battery LED ones, but you would have had to glue them in the hole because they're so much smaller. But if you want to craft it out like that and do that, then you don't have to worry about plugging it in. Then you could do different things, make it, flicker and all that fun stuff. But it's just a really neat piece, and I wanted to save it. So thank you so much. Helen, thank you so much for your bid. I appreciate you. Congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you. All right, Bill.
I have my high price item of the evening, Jason, $55. And I just wanted to say, I love every time that we mention Pittsburgh. Mike loves his city so much. He always writes, "Yay, Pittsburgh." I love that. So for those of you who know, I'm a Pixie knee hugger collector. And this lady is a really tough one to find. I own one. I've had 3 in my life, including this one. Enamor Amy bought one from me, and I have this little lady, and I think it's time to find her another home. So these were made by a company in a very short period of time, because little girl pixies are hard to find. A very short period of time by a company in Japan named Jesla. And this is only the second one I ever found that has that original Jesla sticker on it. So it's pretty cool. She is in fantastic condition, but these girls are really known for these eyes. Let me just give you a close up on this amazing paint job that they do on this lady. So good. She has these rosy cheeks, beautiful pink lips, and she's just in great condition. 2 blonde pigtails that are braided. Again, original sticker. She also does have an ornament hanger, so she can be hung if that's what you like. But again, this is like the large size knee hugger. She is 9 inches tall. So she is super fun. She does have a gold necklace around. It's some kind of ribbon. I can't remember the name of the material. It's like a rayon, I think. But she's super cool.
Man, Bill, this is so hard to find these. I can't believe you have one in such good condition.
Yeah, and this is the only red one I've ever had. The other 2 are both green bodies. So the one I'm keeping is green, and I think the one Amy has is green. Yeah, really great. But it's these eyes that are everything. The sweet little expression. Love them. But again, she's for a collector. But I totally understand that. So she will be happy to go back in my collection. So we'll look at her again at the recap if anyone wanted some time to think about it. But you don't see her come along too often, especially the one with these eyes. Start price was $55.
Yep.
$55.
All right. Let's just wait a moment for the lag and we'll get you over here, John. Maybe someone's going to bid, but how much in the meantime?
We're going to start a choice round for 10. These are basically the same with some sort of condition issues.
Okay.
So if it's 10:47 p.m. Eastern, it's time for some more Hong Kong plastic. I have these. I just got these. So that's why I'm noticing some minor things with them or things that, but I don't know if you all knew, I had a Misfitmas sale earlier this afternoon over on Instagram, and I brought some things that weren't like, they had a little bit of issues, but still have some love left to give in them. So these are 7 inches high by 2 inches across the bottom. They are marked Hong Kong. They obviously have ornament hangers. I think that these were candy containers of some sort because I believe that you can detach or open up the 2 pieces. Now, I was sort of half attempting to do that while Bill was doing his round, but I didn't want to damage the vintage even more than, but you'll see on the other ones kind of what's going on. But they're super fun and super cute. So some overall light color fading, and you'll see that there's some interior kind of discoloration or staining. So I think if you got them apart, you might be able to clean some of that up. I just think maybe from years of storage, that kind of has happened. This is the one that's in the best condition. But as I've talked before, these Hong Kong plastics, I don't think that they meant for them to be, around as long as they are. And just the quality control, you can kind of see sometimes they didn't hit the glasses right or the eyes aren't right. You can see a little line right there from that plastic, which I think is on the inside. So that's number 1. But I have 3 of them. And then here you can kind of see this one has a little bit of a scratch or a mark along the face. And again, that discoloration or cloudiness on the interior, kind of worse on one side than the other, but you can also see where things are just a little bit off in alignment. So, but I think they're just from a distance, or like if you're not really examining them that close, I just think they're a fun, kitschy kind of, again, the Hong Kong plastic really kind of speaks to my childhood and heart. And so the third one has it the worst with the discoloration or the whatever on the inside on front end, whichever side you turn him on. So I'm going to call that number 3. I'm going to call this one that kind of has a better side and a worse side, number 2. So that's kind of better. That's kind of worse, just from the discoloration. And then the third one is probably the best for the interior at the moment. But starting a bid of $10 choice on any of these 3. Again, I think I love things we like things in pairs. We like sometimes single things work, but I really like things in 3s. And in my reel, just having them kind of like that was really kind of sweet and cute. So anyway you make your displays, be my guest. But that's just something I like to do sometimes, to play with the numbers of things.
I love, they look like robot Santas almost.
Yeah, like I just love the shape of them is what drew me to them, right? And at first I thought they were, because they have that, it's odd, I guess probably because they were easier to open this way, but at first, without seeing them full, I thought, oh, were they light covers or something? Because this shape reminds me of the new style light covers for outdoor lights. Not that these would have been that, but they had the ornament hanger. And as I was looking at them, I'm like, oh, I think they were filled with something. And then you had the ornament as kind of a bonus. Either you hung that on as a gift, and then once the candy was gone, you could still use it and retain it. but I don't see any love for these Santas at the moment. I will put them to the side and bring them back for the recap.
All right, guys, my next item is going to start at $12. And I know we got some folks that love greeting cards in the community. And I have this, I call this like almost like a plywood style. This would have had a Japan mark on it, but I think the sticker's long gone. And it's actually collapsible. So it is collapsible. I will send it to you flattened, but it is this Santa. I actually have one of these in my collection, and I love putting my mail in it this time of the year, or putting in some Christmas cards, or like John said, if you have one of those metal pieces that come up that you can put your cards in, you could actually put it down inside of there, and then you could put like an array of cards, just not covering Santa's face. So I see Mike in at 12, I see Jen in at 13. Again, this is a thin wood that is painted, but the paint is very good on him. He has his all his sack full of toys. His face is in really good condition. Of course, the chimney and the holly is in really good condition. Mike is back in at 15. And right there, I just saw it right in front of my face. There it is, stamped Japan here on the back. And again, it can be collapsed for storage. And it's actually just with these little bushings. There's like a string in between them. So I see everybody's bids. Thank you so much. Jen is in at 20. He measures 14 inches tall by about 8 inches wide. So he's 14 by 18. And he even has his little original metal hook that's kind of pop riveted in. So you can hang him on the wall if you want to. There is maybe a little discoloration back here to the back. But again, this is a very, very thin particle board, almost like a plywood sort of board. And again, he's very light and he's in super good condition. Let's go ahead and count him down. Jen is in at 20. We're looking for 21 or more, and we are doing just in case if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you, Powdered Donut. I see you're 21, so we're looking for 22 or more. Again, made in Japan. These didn't stand the test of time. They always got broken or damaged, but just a fun piece to put your ephemera or your Christmas cards in. Or you could put some fake, plastic fantastic in there if you want to, whatever. So thank you all for the bids. We had Lisa in with a just in case of 28, but Jen had a just in case of 35. So Jen, it's coming to you for $29. Thank you so much. All right, Bill.
Okay, my last item is starting at $20, and it's actually a little bundle. It's a little bundle of 3 things. Some more pixies, actually. Some pixies in a basket.
Love it.
How cute is that? Little Lefton basket goes with the other pieces that come with this serving. There's plates and tidbit bowls and nut bowls and salt and pepper shakers. But I got these 2 little pixie friends in here. One's taking a nap, and one is kind of just about probably to take a nap. And I actually think they're dressed in pajamas. I think that's what they're supposed to be. Like they're in their nightcaps that are really long with the little pom-poms in super good condition. They have the big feet, Japan stickers on the bottom. Super sweet. The pixies are, why can I never find my, I'll get back to you about the size of the pixies. So the one with the green stripes is the one with the eyes open. And this is really cool. The one with the red stripes is sleeping, but is also clutching a little present. Maybe afraid that when they're asleep, someone's going to actually steal the present. I think it's super cute. Really, really fun.
Naps are awesome. Naps are awesome, Gavin.
I agree. Why can't I find the size? Oh, my goodness. I'm just going to get my ruler out and measure them, because with pixies, it is important to know how big they are. So you know if they fit the scale of your, so 6 inches. 6 inches. And then
large.
Yeah, they're big. And a little bonus is you're going to get this gorgeous little Lefton with a beautiful sticker on the bottom, this little Lefton basket. And I just popped them in there in lieu of a planter bundle this year because I think they look super cute.
That's called overnight sleeping, Gavin. But if that's a nap for you, that's okay.
So I see that we have a bid, and since we're in our last round, I'm going to move forward. So now is the time to get any more bids or just in cases in as I count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
If you had one more, they could have been 3 pixies in a tub.
Yes, they could have been, Jason.
Oh, Bill gets a little agitated once we start getting closer to 11 o'clock.
No, because now you make me feel like I should have only brought it if I had 3.
Oh, it's going to turn into a pumpkin, Bill.
I'm insufficient because I only have 2. All right, there's the bid end. So let's see. So Fish Mom had a just in case of 30. Peppermint Patty had a just in case of 36. So Peppermint Patty, yours for 31. Congratulations. Thank you all for your bids.
All right, John.
My final round is a choice round starting at $22. I have some Japan ornaments or standing figures, depending on their lack thereof, of the hanger. She does have her hanger. She is on a cardboard base. She is a skater. She measures 5 inches tall by 2 inches wide. She does have that stockinette kind of face on her. She has her original hanger attached, and then she is stamped Japan on the bottom. So that's your first choice, the skater with the cardboard base. Then I have I'm just calling this arms out. I don't really know what to say about her other than that her arms are out. She has her original Japan tag on the hanger right there, and these sparkly little boots. This measures 5 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. Earlier, I thought she was missing something, but I don't know that she's missing anything. Her little belt in the back is a little bit bent right there. Maybe you could adjust that to make that better. This has that, I think, more composite kind of face on it. So that's your second choice, again, with the Japan tag. And then your third choice, I was calling this Santa, because I was just at a loss of, like, I don't know what it's really doing. It's not really dabbing, and dabbing wasn't a thing back then. And this is the smallest one. This is 4.5 inches tall by 2 inches wide. And I don't know that this one had a mark at all on it. The boots are more of a plastic, so I think that's newer among the 3 that I have in this choice round. So that was your third choice, with these kind of fun little, they're almost like an orange. Yeah, they're almost like an orange little mitten that they have. And his beard is covering up the full face there, but I kind of like that it's a little bit shy. So that's the third choice, the sort of smaller Santa, the flashy glittered boots Santa with the Japan tag, the ornament with the original paper tag, and then the ice skater. I think that's an ice skater. I think that's what is happening there, with that cute little skirt with the Japan stamp on the bottom. And again, that was 5 inches tall, so the tallest of the trio.
Oh, I love these. These are so fun, and they look so good when you mix them in with your bottle brush trees, or if you do a little mantle, like a little scene. Oh, they look so good.
Yeah, I definitely like, I mean, the trim is different, but I like that this one has that silver glitter trim on her kind of dress or coat. Her coat detail is really nice. I love a little shock of blonde hair, blonde curls at the top. But I don't see any interest on these. I will put these aside and bring them back in the recap, which will be starting after Jason's round.
All right, guys, my last round is going to be choice at $10, and I love decorating with some Christmas 45s, okay? So I have 3 for you to choose from. I'll quickly go through them. First of all, I brought this in homage for John because I know John loves himself some McCrory's, and this one has its original McCrory's tag on it. So if you guys actually saw my reel, I actually used Gene Autry's round the Christmas tree, and all of the vinyl is in very good condition. No major scratches. I have to believe you can see, look how clean and glossy it is. I have to imagine it's going to play. So this one is on the Columbia, and then you can see everybody having fun around the Christmas tree. So these are fun to actually pop into a flower frog and or actually play. So they each measure roughly about 7 by 7. So that's your first choice at $10, the Gene Autry 1950s on this 45. And then the second one, I love this one. This is probably one of the last 45s ever released with Louis Armstrong. He actually played The Night Before Christmas. But then what I also love is, and on the flip side, you get one of his signature songs, When the Saints Go Marching In. So this was actually a live recording from 1971. Again, very interesting. A different little 45 record for you. And it's probably one of the last times before he passed away but then that's an original pressing. So this would be choice number 2 at $10. I do love me some good Louis Armstrong. And then I had one of these left from the other time. This was a giveaway from when you opened up a Christmas club. So when you opened up a Christmas club, I want to go back to a time where they did this. So this was a thank you for opening up your Christmas club. I think this is such a great Santa here on the front. Thank you, Peppermint Patty. And then here are your songs, Jingle Bell, Oh, A Little Town of Bethlehem, so on. And then actually we have some of the singers on the back. You have the 4 Aces, Ethel Smith, Sammy Kay, Lawrence Welk, on and on and on. So it's going to be choice. I see a TD Bear in at 11. Again, all the vinyl is in very good condition. This one is actually pressed on a Decca record. And the only thing I can say is some of the paper sleeves might have a little bit of bending, a slight tear, some discoloration. But again, these are all from the 50s or later into the 70s is the other one. So this one will be choice number 3, which was the giveaway. Then this one will be choice number 2, a little jazz with Louis Armstrong. And then one of my personal favorites, and I made sure to bring with John, was the McCrorys, and we love a little Gene Autry. So we're at 15, looking for 16. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case. So we'll go 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If you guys like Gene Autry, this was one of his hits, so this would be a pretty collectible one. You don't find that one that often. Thank you all so much. My grandparents, all right, was a singing cowboy. That's so neat, Brenda. That's awesome. So then there's the 18, there's the bid end. So it looks like we had Tammy with a just in case of 21. So for 19, Tammy, you get first choice, okay? And then we'll go backwards. So this will be number 1, Tammy. That one will be number 1. This one will be number 2. And this one will be number 3. And you can choose as many as you want at your top bid of 19. 19, you can take this one. That one's number 3. That one is number 2. You want record 2 and 3? I got you. Thank you so much, Tammy. So then Peppermint Patty is in at 18. Peppermint Patty, let me know if you wanted a little Gene Autry. If you pass, it's going to go to TD Bear. And then I think that's it. So I can watch in the chat. All right, yes. Peppermint Patty, it's yours. Thank you so much. We did it, fellas. We did it. We did
Morley
it.
the yodeling cowboy. I love that. That must have been something to watch. That must have been something to watch. All right, everyone. We've just got a little bit left. We have a recap. So this is the point in the broadcast where we're going to show everything that we showed earlier that wasn't claimed one more time. So maybe you weren't here. Maybe you needed some time to think about it. But what we are going to do is go one by one, show an item, describe it briefly, tell you what the start price is, but we're going to move pretty quickly. So if you are interested in putting in a bid on the item, put it in the chat. After we see a bid, if any bids come in, we'll wait a few seconds to see if any other bids are going to come in. If no other bids come in a reasonable amount of time, we will assign the item to you. You get the claim. If another bid comes in, we will start a countdown. At the end of the countdown, our amazing bid ender, Northwest Sunshine Deanna, will go ahead and type in bid end, and it works just the way it did. Just in case remains active during the recap. So I'm going to go first. I had a couple of the new old stocks left. If anyone was interested, $7 for the new old stock Commodore puppy with the red bow. I think we determined bulldog, French bulldog, John said. So John is claiming the bulldog. As long as nobody else comes in, John, it is yours. That was quick, John, by the way. Also had the new old stock bears, if anyone's interested. So $7 bears. Please write bears if you're interested so we know what you're bidding on since they are the same price. So $7 for the bears if anyone is interested. I had for $16 the new old stock Dancing Santa on top of the Pittsburgh house. Thank you, TD Bear. I see you for the bears. So if anyone is interested in the Dancing Santa on the blow mold house, this is 9 inches tall. It's nice and big with all the glitter in it. You can type in Santa. Sally already knew what I was going to say.
They got you, Bill.
Okay, I also did have that Union Products 1962 blow molded Santa for $24. $24 because of the cracks in the boots, which are right now covered with cellophane tape. So if you are interested, $24 Santa. It does have a brand new light kit with a toggle. And the last thing I had, thank you, Sally. I see you for Fat Santa. He is Fat Santa, isn't he? And the thing I want to point out, I love that he has his hands clasped behind his back, because that's how I walk around antique stores. Does that mean I'm an old man now? Because I remember my dad doing that when he got older.
It means you're in deep thought. I've noticed that when I'm really pondering things, I do that same thing.
And if anyone was interested, for $50, I had this little lady. So if you're interested, you can write 55 Pixie. And that's all I had. So John, what do you got?
So I had the stockinette pal, what I'm calling the stockinette pal ornaments, these sweet little, I assume, girls holding hands or arms entwined. These measure 3 inches by 3.25 inches. These were 14. One has eyes open. One of them has their eyes open. Both of them have eyes closed. So both closed, one open. That's how I was calling them. So if you want either of these, please indicate again $14 which one you would like, or if you want both. At 14 each. Eyes open, eyes closed is kind of what I'm going to do there. I had the Velco Santa baby planter. This was approximately 5 inches high by 3.5 inches wide. The planter opening is pretty big on this one. It has its original Velco Japan sticker on the bottom. This is 4088S if you're a sticker and number fan. This was $52. If you wanted this, put Santa baby 52. No issues to note on that. I think a little bit of tiny paint loss on one little piece, but nothing that was major at all or worth really talking at length about. Then I had the Irwin Santa sleigh. This is the viscoid celluloid material. As someone said, you could put this in your tree as a decoration. That's a great idea. 4.25 inches long by 2.5 inches high by 1.5 inches wide. This is $35. If you wanted this, put sleigh 35. These are, of the Irwin things, one of the ones that I didn't find as many of available. I had the different Japan ornaments, standing figures. You just saw these. These are 22 each. I had the skater. She's 5 inches tall with the cardboard base, marked Japan. Skater 22. I had the arms out with the Japan tag and the hanger on the back. So you put arms 22. And that was 5 inches tall as well. And then I had a little Santa with the orange gloves. You can put orange 22 if you wanted a little Santa. This is 4.5 inches tall. Hold on one second while I look to see. Oh, I had the Kamar Super Santa. Super Santa's had a long day. Has the original Kamar tag. This is from 1967. This was $35. If you wanted Super Santa, put Super Santa 35.
Do you remember Mighty Mouse? I feel like they would be friends. Super Santa and Mighty Mouse would be friends.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse would just, or Super Santa would just be waiting at home while Mighty Mouse did all the work. Is what I'm gathering at this point. I had the plastic opalescent garland with the oval beads and the little pearl beads in the center. These are 9 feet, basically 9 feet long. I have 3 lengths of these. 3 are available. 16 you could put garland, 16, and then how many you want. I sort of did this really kind of, but this is terrible. But again, I kind of showed how I kind of, it could have been better. Let's just,
did fine,
I get a solid C for attempting, I guess, anything. I had the Hong Kong plastic Santa, likely candy container ornaments, but these are harder plastic. Pop them open and put candy inside. They're also an ornament because they have the hanger. They need some cleaning. Probably interior cleaning would hopefully clean them up. These were 10 each. I had 3 of them. You could write candy 10. There are some just condition issues just based on how these were painted overall. They're not like the best in accuracy on these sometimes, but again, the insides are a little bit cloudy.
I thought the tree looked fine, John. I just think it's that, especially because those aren't scaled for that size tree. I think it looks good.
Right.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was a lot to wrap, right? I would have fluffed the tree a little bit more had I was going to show them. And then let me see.
I think Laura just gave you a grade, John. And
yeah,
Laura and I are not friends anymore. More is on the outs. I think that was it. That was all. I'm sorry. I should know what, but I'm all over my sheet. So that is all I had.
You're good, John. You're good, John. Well, guys, we did it, fellas. We did it. Let me click this out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Deanna, for being our official Mod and Bid Ender tonight. Thank you, Karen Gillette, for assisting us and being the backup this evening. We couldn't do it without you two ladies. Thank you so much. If by chance you are not following our friend John of Everyday Holiday Displays or Garden Guy Bill or myself over on Instagram, we please ask that you do. All of those little likes clue you into what we're doing, what's going on. It helps us grow our small business. All those links, we made it easy. They're down in the description. So all you have to do is click and head on over to Instagram and give us all a follow. Please make sure you're subscribed to Garden Guy Bill's channel. Please make sure you're subscribed to good old Mother Tucker's here. And John, when can they find you again? What do you got going on, sir?
So I will be back tomorrow night over on Instagram. I'm part of a Holly Jolly Christmas Marathon. It's an all-day thing starting at noon Eastern, I believe. I am on at 8 p.m. Eastern with a couple of sellers, including my good friend Kristen of the Vintage LPA, but that is hosted by Nate House of Wicker and Viv of Ron and Viv Sell Vintage. So over on Instagram, I've got a preview up. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for my slot.
All right. And Bill, where can they find you at, sir? You're busy. You're busy.
I'm busy. I will be at that same marathon tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern with my good friend Amanda of Oh Happy Days Treasures. And I have an amazing, if you go over to Instagram, you can see it, Vintage Christmas Cruel. It is spectacular. So that'll be offered tomorrow. And I will be back here in YouTube on Monday at 8 o'clock for Mother Tucker's Monday with obviously Jason. And this week we're joined by Enamour Amy. And that will be a Christmas sale as well. Surprise, surprise. And then I have a couple more sales next week. So go over to Instagram and check it out. That's where you'll see everything.
Please make sure you give Bill a follow over there. Guys, we don't have many sales left. Mother Tucker's and a lot of us will be taking off about probably the last 2 weeks of this month. So please come hang out with us. Like Bill said, he covered where I'll be Monday night, but then I'll be back Wednesday with my vintage sister, Amy, Enamour Amy, for fantastic finds. Please, if you guys have never joined us for that sale, we ask that you do. It's really fun. We have multiple rounds of vintage, and then we do community share. So we ask that you guys send in pictures of what you think is a fantastic find. Right now, we have a lot of Christmas on deck. So please, after the sale, then we all kind of just hang out and we look at some great vintage in people's collections. So 2 things I do want to say before we let everybody go. Well, 3 things. 1, have a fantastic weekend. Number 2, please make sure, let's help grow this YouTube community. Please tell a friend. When you purchase something this holiday season, if somebody comes over and sees it and asks you about it and says, hey, where did you get that? Say, hey, I watch these crazy folks over on the tube. They have these fun sales. They sell vintage. They laugh. It's a good time. So please, I'd like to grow this community more in 2024. So it's kind of a call to action. Please let people know, tell them how to get into the chat, how to use the email, how to find links and all that great stuff. And number 3, I haven't said it that often. I want it to always have impact when I do. Please, at this time of the year, it is family and it's the time of giving. And sometimes we give things not to receive things back. So please consider becoming an organ donor. It's very easy. All you have to do is go over to your DMV, the website, just click, yes, I want to be an organ donor. That way, when you leave this earth and go to wherever you believe you go, you're giving the gift of life to hundreds or multiple other people. I received a gift. It'll be 3 years in February of a liver. If I would not have received that gift, I would not be alive today. So please, this time of the year, please give to Toys for Tots and consider becoming an organ donor. Those are 2 near and dear things to my heart. So, fellas, this was fun. This was a great way to go out with a pop-up on a Sunday, and we'll see what we do next year. So, John, thank you as always.
Thank you so much.
Bill, I'm sorry you're stuck with me. So you'll be stuck with me again on Monday. So till then, guys, have a great weekend. Have a good Sunday, and we'll see you back here Monday night. And you can see the fellas on Instagram tomorrow.